fabulous competitor.
6 cars for this final heat race here tonight. Gary Chippendall and Jamie Cobby on the outside of row 1. Up to the magic white line. Audio Rourke getting excited off the back row. He's got a front wing problem already, so going to turn number 1. Again, we go yellow.
Well, Gary Pendlebury, the chief steward for the 360s, right on the job. Smashed that yellow light on. So, Gary's not taking any stuff at all from anybody on the kicker.
Oh, it's a bit messy.
I'll tell you what.
Down to turn 1.
Chippy didn't want to go then. I think that was the difference. Look out for Brennan Jr., guys. The front wing is smashed up for that previous incident.
They let him go, so Jamie Cobby is your race leader. The Saxon Engineering number 67 leads him through. At the end of lap number 1, Gary Chippendall is back in second. Chris Evans, the early heat race winner tonight, back in third. Back to O'Rourke, who's further to the back. It's Owen Pitt between himself and a Woodstock sandwich at this stage as Jamie Cobby begins to clear out in this heat race. Already a full turn length lead between himself and Gary Chippendall. I don't think Chipper's going to have too much here for Jamie Cobby as he's just smelled the cheese and got out of here.
Cobby certainly looks the goods in this one as he's really on that.
Whoa, look at O'Rushy in the background there, Matt.
Outrageous.
Look at the speed he's carrying on the high line. He's not smooth, but he's aggressive.
Give him that.
Look at this. Whoa! Was that a right-hand corner in that turn?
More like a Motorcana track up there through turn 3. Jamie Cobby, though, in all this midst of confusion at the back, is now starting to really stamp his authority in this heat race. The full straight lengths between himself and Chippendall. It's Chris Evans back in third. Back to Harold Brennan, Andrew O'Rourke and Owen Pitt at the back of this field. O'Rourke has finally settled after that, mid-race figure 8 down the back straight. He's into turn 4 again now as our leader exits turn 2 onto the back straight.
Cobby certainly on the money, there's no doubt about it. Ain't no one going to touch this guy as the white comes out. 1 to travel for Cobby. 1 to travel now for Chippendall as he comes through over turns 3 and 4.
Who called this one, fellas? Just wondering.
Yeah, how about the kickers? Moving into the business end of the street, though. There's your checkered flag. There's your winner at this stage of the game, the Saxon Engineering car of Cobby. Behind him, the 43 entry of Gary Chippendall. And I think we'll call it as the 77 of Chris Evans to tail up behind him. Wait for official placings, though. But how was Cobby? Boy, did he get out of there.
Yes, Wade Ornger called it rightly so there. Jamie Cobby.
Wasn't a real scary bet, was it?
No, I know, but I was too busy watching the Andrew O'Rourke car just out of control.
Hey, if I can get a message to the cameraman, film that car no matter where it is in the field, because either going to the front or it's going to be a big one. O'Rourke is on the gas. The Hawaiian shirt team, man, that thing's all over the shop, but O'Rourke won't get off the gas. That's what we like about him.
Commitment, see?
He should be committed. Gets out on weekends. He's got a pass. Great driver. Great character, more to the point. Here is Cheese Man. Hard to spot this car in the camouflage. Oh, he's parked it beautifully on the scales.
Man of experience.
Yeah, all right. Not a bad driver either.
So Cobby takes the win in car 67. Gary Chippendall in the Victoria 43 for second. Chris Evans third.
Look at the crash crew. They have just devoured the pizza.
You left your stand, didn't you?
Look at them over there. The Brenton's Mechanical Shop, Saxon Engineering, PC Excavation, Rick Cobby Transport. I think I've covered most of them. PM Race Engines, number 67. Also the Adelaide Coach Lines car of Cheese, Jamie Cobby. Good drive, man.
Thanks, mate. Gee, that track's a handful out there. It's very slimy and pretty rough, so I don't know if I was much faster than the guys behind me, but didn't feel very fast.
It was good. It looked okay. You and Chippy had a bit of a go on the front line there, getting a couple starts going.
He's a cagey old bloke, you know. It was, I suppose I'm getting up there as well, but he's got a few more years on me again, and I guess it was a little bit of intimidation. We had to try and, you know, test each other's limits and test the stewards, I guess, and see how far we could both go.
Yeah, he's not going to be pushed, Gary Pendlebury. I think he's got your number, Cheese.
Oh, yeah, I know, but look, at the end of the day, we're all out there to win, and Chipper's got every right to have a crack at it just as much as me, so, you know, good luck to him.
Yeah, a bit slimy and a bit rough, he said. On that note, upstairs to our commentators, Matt and John.
Good on you guys. And of course, we did warn you earlier that we are going to draw the raffle. So if you got your tickets, get them ready, get them out now, because we're going to do the drawing of the raffle. So first things first, Matt, did you get a ticket on this?
I didn't. I've missed the cut-off.
That's the end of that.
Meantime, there's a motor race happening here at Timmins Speedway down into turn 1. The mini sprints here thanks to Morello Earth Moving.
Thanks to Carpet Master Mildura, the mini sprinters. And of course, going in nicely at it, of course, the mini sprint cars with the McCarthy car out on the lead at the moment and doing it nicely. And the McCarthy car, as I said, I might have mozzed it, said going nicely, and now really Matt Nolte going nowhere, really.
A bit like my commentary tonight at this stage. The leader heads off turn number 4. Confusion who's bringing this race out here.
Second place at the moment being held down nicely by Paul Crouch and Gavin Nicol in the Hames paint car. That's the one in the nice blue livery there, and going along beautifully. Our lead car, though, the number 7 car, is the TR concreting car. And we'll definitely find out who that is as the night progresses. The Andriatic car, by the look of it, this stage of the game, Matt running in 3rd, and behind him the Barry Mills car number 35, getting along nicely as well.
Well, field a bit strung out at this stage. The leaders are down there in turn 1 and 2 here with just over 3.5 laps remaining of this Heat 2. Of the Carpet Master mini sprints here tonight.
Believe it or not, part of the
look at this. Out of turn number 4 is a clash between the 7 and the 81 out there. Of course, Paul Crouch is now gone into the race lead through turns 1 and 2. It's a nice 3-car battle now on the back straightaway with 2.5 laps remaining.
Crouch still in 2nd place at this stage of the game. The 7 car leading nicely. And Crouch, of course, in that beautifully prepared Hames paint car. Not a lot of threat to him from the next place driver in Andriata at this stage of the game. But as I said earlier on, Matt Nolte, these guys racing this weekend for the Mini Sprints Mallee Shield. And they should be doing pretty well of it too.
Yeah, prestigious award up here at Mildura at the Timmins Speedway. They're coming up towards the 47 car now of Chris Keir, who's in the midst of getting a lap put down, although they're on the last lap now. There's a good track condition, although a couple of runs up there. Looks nice going into turn 1 from the commentary point of view. As the leaders, is car number 7, continues to lead this mini sprint heat race. Thanks to Carpet Master at Mildura. Comes out of turn 4, and here's the flag for car 7. It takes the win. Paul Crouch will finish in 2nd. Andriata finishes in 3rd place in car number 37. Back to the 35 of Barry Mills, and a long way back to Chris Keir at car number 47. We're still waiting for a name on car number 7. So,
Brett, an important question. Could you just describe how that kicker was you just had? Because the boys upstairs are a bit dirty, they didn't get one.
Well, it's the hottest thing out here on the infield tonight, Wade. There's no doubt about that. It was beautiful, yeah. I haven't had one of those before, but I think I'm going to have a few more.
Yes, tender chicken breast, lightly battered, I believe.
Absolutely, with, as you said, a nice little kick in it too. It's sensational.
Racer Magazine, mate, it's out now, the 2nd edition.
Yeah, 2nd.
Priority one was Paul Crouch, and the 37 was, of course, in that final race meeting back there for the mini sprints tonight. A time of 2 minutes 22.22. 2 minutes 22.22 for 8 laps. How good could you do that?
Just a quick one, Matt.
Yes.
Rick Tomlinson. Rick Tomlinson, require you down at the Knick-Knack Shack, please. Rick Tomlinson to the Knick-Knack Shack, please.
Could the Matt Nolte Appreciation Club please meet in the phone box outside?
Yeah, all 2 of them. And they're getting paid very well too. So junior sedans now, thanks to Auto Pro down here in Mildura. This weekend, the future of Australian Speedway sounds like a bit of a cliche now, but certainly is. Over the next few years, you'll start seeing some of these names moving up the ranks. Out of turn 4, up to the white line. And the 87 car, they've of course been, Halaka's been swallowed up nice and quickly by Ryan Alexander, one of the South Aussies in car number 36, as they go through turn number 1 on the opening gambit of the Auto Pro Junior Sedans here, their heat race here tonight.
The opening what?
Gambit.
Gambit?
Yes.
Where did you get that one from?
Oh, Mr. Wax Lyrical. It's called a lap, you goose.
Oh, that's it too.
Gambit. I say. Oh, look at this. Yeah, 3 wide. What?
Corey Sandow at this stage of the game looked as though he had the race in the lead, but unable to continue with it. It's a 25 car of Colby Roos at this stage of the game that looks the goods.
He's positioned his posterior into the projectile dominant position.
And purposely pushes the piece of machinery to the...
Yes, the number 4 glancing up towards the wall off turn 4.
Gambit.
Damn South Aussies.
Your biggest problem is your thesaurus is too big.
That would be the only thing.
You know, yes,
down the back straight away. You know the worst part is this whole thing is being videotaped.
It's going live to the world.
People
That's the
are
worry.
going to purchase DVDs of this. There'll be lawsuits.
Gambit. Where'd you get gambit?
That's what I reckon.
I don't know. I think I just reinvented that word. I've heard it somewhere.
Okay, back to the racing. Colby Roos at this stage of the game, though, still looks the goods. The car number 4 there of Gary Brennan. This is the car that's for sale in the junior division.
Yes.
Carrying nicely in second place. And I think it's the 22 car of Corey Sandow. Proudly sponsored by Rory Industrial Coatings Auto Pro and the Motor House. Going nicely in third place.
Oh, just 2 gambits to go.
Hippity hop out of the NZ car as it comes out of turns 3 and 4. The 36 of Ryan Alexander going along nicely. And Lethal Steph Hallekus.
Where did Lethal Steph Hallekus come from? It's not exactly a alliteration, that one, is it?
At least it's spelt right.
Well, they gallop into the last gambit of this one now. Good Lord, look at these kids.
Gun-ho Googly's
They're
coming
going
up
right.
at every with the white flag high in the air. One more Googly through this
There's
gambit.
a half a gambit, it's just a gam left to this one.
Coming into this corner will be a gambit, all right. It'll be a gamble if they get out of it. Oh, look at the Brennan car. All over the shop. Checkered flag across the line, though, and it looks like it's going to be the 25 car of Colby Roos. Second to the number 4 of Gary Brennan. I wouldn't mind betting that it may have been the car of Sandow that got the third place there. Wait for official placings, though. Second place, car number 4, the car of Gary Brennan. Sorry, Wade. And the third car home, the 22 entry, confirmed Corey Sandow. Fastest lap at 23.08, set by the 25 car of Colby Roos, and the race time at 2:21.05. 2:21.05. Sorry, Wade.
I'll have a bit of Racer Mag. Phone Express.
Perfect in plastic.
Morello Earth Moving, they're all good folks. Here we go, set for your AMCA Nationals. And we're green.
Yeah, well, Michael Miller gets underway very smartly into turn 1. This opening lap of the AMCA Nationals on the back straight. He's very much out in front now, but watching the battle for 4th, 5th and 6th. The AMCA Nationals deciding at the last minute not to go 3 wide because there's just not enough room up there in turn 3. So it's Michael Miller leading for the Victoria 79. Then, of course, of Stuart Grant Campbell, who's up there in second place. The 41 of the smoking Brian Chadwick. They still haven't cured that problem. It's still not lacking in horsepower. There's no doubt about that. He's in turn 3 in position 3, but the leader, Michael Miller, beginning to clear out.
Miller, of course, making it look pretty easy at this stage of the game, but let me tell you, the track's starting to cut up and getting a little rough now, and these guys having to deal with it as they see it.
Is it Mick Braum in the number 9? Is that how you say it, Matt?
Yeah, Mick Braum, that certainly is right.
He's exciting, mate. He's into about 5th place now, and they're starting to use the top part of the racetrack because it's about the only smooth option for them. But Braum's passed quite a few cars on the top. Looking to make the move on the 27 car now. They're all clustered up. Mr. Miller Esquire doing the job out in front.
He certainly is Mick Braum, a former Australian 3 in the category back in 2003. He's up there in position number 5 now as he comes out of turn 4. The leader has a pass for second now as Brian Chadwick moves up into second place past the Grant Campbell car through the mixed of turn 1 and 2. But the battle is on behind them now. Mick Braum now, we've just put the curse on him. It's gone back 2 spots. Don't you love that?
Just watching that.
That'll do it.
Meep,
Every time.
Backing up.
But Michael Miller, well out in front now. It's Brian Chadwick, so it's SA 1 and 2 at the moment, down into turns 1 and 2. So good run from Michael Miller, clearing out nicely now. Mick Qualman is rounding out this field in car 0 as they're down the back straight away now into turns 3 and 4. Michael Miller this time with 3 laps remaining.
Miller and Chadwick going along nicely. The Victorian 79 entry there, of course, the car of Grant Campbell still looking fairly strong. Not losing too much ground in second place, but unable to gain on him, unfortunately. Miller, though, it's Miller time for him shortly in about 4 laps if he can hold it together. The NZ-sponsored Cool Cab car going along beautifully through to travel. Miller handling the rough stuff pretty well. Have a look at the crew of guys down at the tail end of that one, Matt Noldy. They're absolutely going for it down there.
Yeah, certainly is on. Our leader is well and truly got this race under control, but the battle you're talking about is positions 4, 5, 6 and 7. You can see right there's the 71 of Adam Wallace. Mick Braum on the comeback trail. He goes down the inside of Victoria 27, Chris Best, into turns 1 and 2. Nothing has changed out in front, though.
Is that Adam Wallace starting to make a bit of a run on the outside, the number 71 car?
Yes.
Doing a nice job, is Adam.
As the 27 of Best pulls infield.
Let's split up.
Ah, Bestie, that's the guy that has all the fan club underneath the PA box. He has the young fan club underneath the PA box. Pretty sure it's his daughter. Anyway, back upstairs, I digress. Sorry about that. One gambit to go.
And there's your checkered flag, and it looks like your win's going to go to the 36th entry there, of course, of Miller, who did a beautiful job, Michael Miller, of getting through. The smell of that car coming off 41 is pretty horrendous. The Chadwick car, I don't know so much about that.
How can you be sure it's the car?
Yeah,
Look who you're standing next to.
Well, he ain't smoking any near as bad as that, I can tell you. Yeah, wait for official placings to come through. No doubt about it. Well, you got to hand it.
Wade Orger, Inception. In 1999, him and brother Brett Chadwick have certainly been at the force in South Australia. There's no doubt about that. Michael Miller wins. Brian Chadwick in second. And the 79 from Victoria of Stuart Grant Campbell gets in for third time of 3:04.53, 3:04.53. And the fastest lap at 18.13 by Michael Miller.
Yeah, Michael, I was ready to talk to you half an hour ago, but Matt's just crapping on up there. I don't know, he just talks and talks and talks. I'm sorry, mate. He's a poor pal. Oh, sorry, fellas. Down here with Michael Miller. That's a good drive, mate.
Yeah, no, the car's not going too bad, but we're struggling a bit.
Track a bit rough?
No, we just got a bit of engine trouble at the moment. We're just sort of just testing different things every heat, seeing if we can find out what's wrong with it.
All right, well, it seems to be running okay.
No, it's got a bit of a misfire when she gets up over about 4,500, and we sort of had the same problem at the Australian titles, which sort of killed the deal a bit for us up there, but hopefully we'll work it out.
Good luck for the rest of the night, buddy.
Thank you very much.
As always, sponsored by NZ. Beautifully turned out cars. It's just me, or does Michael sound like his belt's done up too tight?
Yes, I was thinking.
But that really surprised me. It sounded like he was riding the 7th at Randwick. Just quite amazing. He's a great bloke, Michael. He just sounded like he had a really high voice. Craig Brady's much the same, and so is Tony Elliott.
Someone do a urine sample like guy down there, will you?
Tony Elliott. Oh,
I'm not talking about the driver either.
No. Here's this beautifully turned out number 19 car off the back, already with a heat race win. Car looks very sharp.
Sharp.
The tables are about to turn. AMCA Nationals time, green out of 4.
Hang on. There's no green in this field.
There certainly is.
Brett Nayland, by the look of it, was at the front. Well, he was when I looked before.
He's now back in second as the leaders are heading down towards turn 3 and 4. Matty Crimmins in the number 10 is back there towards the end of the field, looking to push his way through into 4th.
The V20, it is Brett Nayland still at the front of the pack at this stage of the game, and well, he looks pretty safe there at the moment, but that's all about to change, I would imagine.
Adam King backing up a little bit there in that number 35, falling into the clutches of Johnny McKay. Adelaide Trockler finishes Johnny McKay. They come off turn number 4. A little bit tougher from the rear of the field this time around for the number 19 car. She had a heat race earlier, the first ever win of Sandy. But she's got some work to do now. Good little battle breaking out for the race leaders. They go into turn number 3. Let's just charge to the outside.
Brett Nayland at this stage of the game, going in long nicely. And the 3 car of
Pierre? Is it Pierre?
Pierre.
It is Pierre.
Pierre.
It's hard the way the numbers are written down the listings. You have to check down 3 different groups.
That's correct.
That's what you were doing as well, right?
Absolutely. The trouble was I passed over Pierre. How could I?
Look at Pierre.
Show no mercy now.
He has bust him, no? Have a new win there. Back to the main straight.
Well, he's got plenty of clear air into the beret at the moment as Pierre bids farewell.
I hate to break it to you, but I think that's the 42 of Scotty Ellis. It's carrying the number 3 on the roof, though.
Yeah, well...
We'll go with Pierre Edson, though. It's all the same,
So why has he got the 3 on the roof?
I don't know.
No, I'm going to love interviewing this guy.
It's all the same after 8 Chardonnays, isn't it?
Well, actually, I'll tell you what it'll be, Wade. I'll tell you what it'll be. It'll be Australia number 3. There you go. The 42 will be the car of Scotty Ellis, and the number 3 would be the Australia number 3. There you go.
To all the Ellis family watching this DVD, which want to apologise profusely for our ignorance.
We're not putting our names to this one. Matty Crimmins back there in 3rd place too, aboard the number 10. He's doing a great job at the moment. He's come from sort of back of the field up into 3rd place now, but they're not going to catch the number 42 of Scotty Ellis as he's in the mid-track part of turn 3 and 4. Now Crimmins goes to the inside out of turn 4 underneath the 20 car. Of course, of Brett Nayland down into turn 1 and 2.
2 to travel on this one.
Come on, Johnny Mack. What can he do on the top side? Getting to learn the ropes a bit. Doing a nice job of it. Checkered flag is but one gambit away for our race leader, Scotty Ellis. A beautiful car. Lovely bloke. I just can't believe Matt Nolte called him Pierre.
Yeah,
22 car on the outside on Nayland. Checkered flag is out. Good job, Scotty.
Hey, guess what? That was the 10 of Crimmins as well, Wade.
Correct.
Oh,
Correct. Yeah, checkmate in the commentary game of chess.
I take your 2 pawns for.
Yeah.
Let's leave that out of it.
I think they're going to edit that race from the
Close to the driver.
Yep.
I guess you prefer it that way, do you? The steering wheel in a bit closer. It's easy to control the car. Just waiting to get all this gear off. I'll go to the top. Nice drive, buddy.
How you going?
Yeah, good, mate, good. You got the steering wheel really close to you like the old NASCAR style. Is that the way you prefer it?
I'm not sure. Just nice and aggressive.
Fair enough, you're all over it. That was a good drive.
How do we go? Did we win it by much?
Yeah, how many car lengths did you win that by, guys?
Oh, a sizable amount.
Yeah.
They said by about half a car length, mate.
Great.
About 6 or 7 car lengths. Did a good job.
That's fantastic. We broke a gearbox, and that's why we went hopeless in the first heat. So it's good.
When you watch the DVD later, unfortunately, Matt Nolte, the clown, called you Pierre through almost that entire race. So we apologise to your family. You did a hell of a job. I want to thank some sponsors.
Yeah, I'd like to thank Cool Radiators. Love to thank Mick Corelli, the chassis builder. Awesome car. You can see it was getting around quick.
Yeah, it's honking, mate. Nice job.
Thanks very much.
Well on you, buddy. On behalf of the family, we apologise. Back upstairs to join the contract.
Good on you, Wade. Official placing for the
you
AMCA.
say. Checkmate.
I can't wait till breakfast, mate. It's going to be on.
Heat 2B, first car home, the 42 of Scotty Ellis. Second, the 10 of Crimmins, the 20 of, let's have a quick look at it here.
Phone call from Mr. Simons, Mr. Al Simons.
And the fastest lap time is 17.95 from car 10, and the race time 3:03.93, a 3:03.93.
Of course, when Matt says he can't wait for breakfast.
Yeah.
Yep.
Dear. Of course, by the way, guys, we've had a winner for our raffle too. Nikki Anderson, the social club secretary, got that, so well done.
Ah, beautiful.
Away and running with the AMCAs at the moment, and the 92 at the front of the pack at this stage of the game looks as though it's the Lincoln car, Mark Lincoln, who got away okay. Plenty of rubbing and banging going down into turns 3 and 4 now. As we look a little bit further down through the field, Lincoln at this stage of the game looks the goods.
Oh, 3 car just banging off the wall then.
79 car of Anthony Visma, of course, down there also, and at this stage looks as though he's got second pegged, although there are some disputes a little further back that say that maybe it's not his. And that's coming courtesy of our third place car at this stage of the game, which is none other than the Australia #1 car of Ricky Barron.
I'm not saying one driver's name.
Barron at this stage of the game still running third and looking like he's going to put the heat and the thumb screws down on driver in front, which of course is Visma. But the GT Hydraulics car number 92, the entry of Mark Lincoln at this stage of the game, still holding the race down beautifully with a better part of about 7 to travel. Second, third and fourth, nice close knit.
Getting the feeling our race leader is from the Mount Gambier region, Matt, with the GT Bobcat sponsorship on board. Gary and Tracy Douglas from Mount Gambier, right behind the Disby racing team. It looks like behind our race leader as well.
He's doing a good job out in front there, well and truly out in the lead now as he's heading towards turn number 3. With about 5 laps remaining, we're talking about the number 92 of Mark Lincoln as he comes through this final sequence of turns. Adelson for second, third and fourth there. Oh, the 79 from New South Wales. Almost clashing. It's Anthony.
Whoa! Did you see that?
Keep your eye on car number 3 there, the one of Gavin Harris. That's the guy running fourth at the moment, Wade. I think that's what you were implying.
Yeah, he just ram-rated the 79.
It's like, get out of the road.
I don't think he realised that the 79 car had a problem and slowed up because just about drove right through him.
Yeah. Next step would have been the dashboard.
Absolutely.
Keep your eye on him. I tell you what, he's got some heat on there, and he looks like he will pounce on Visma very shortly.
3 to go this time by, boys, and Lincoln doing the job at the moment, though Barron is closing him down a bit. There is enough time. If you look at the ground that Barron's making up, Lincoln needs to step the intensity up a bit here. Maybe he thinks he's got a good enough lead. He may well have, in fact, but look at Ricky attacking him with 2 to go.
He's going to be all over him like a Christian on an airline traveller very shortly, I guarantee you that. Ricky Barron pushes hard indeed and looks like he's barely pulling him down. 2 to travel as we leave Visma and, of course, that car of Harris to battle it out.
Oh, here comes Ricky!
Lead car, though, the 92 of the Mark Lincoln at this stage still leading, but for how long with the wide in action? Barron now knows that it's got to be now or never. As they tip into 3 and 4 for the last time, have a look at Ricky on the outside.
Got him!
All over Red Rover, and it is the A1 car of Ricky Barron that takes the win.
Good drive. And at least we know it's Ricky.
And I tell you what, Wade, it looks like Gavin Harris got the 3rd place in that one too. We'll wait for official placings, though.
Come on, folks.
So far.
Pretty ordinary.
Pretty ordinary. I'll just get you to move over this way. Reception issues. Woodstock 7 may just start up the street, of course, at the brewery when they had the last event. That's all happening.
Yeah, it is, and hopefully we can continue the support and put wood over the sprint car scene all around Australia.
That's it. This season been with your racing so far?
Australia around the national.
Chris, you might want to try again, mate. She's not coming through real clear just for the moment.
B main and I actually.
Hang on, it's not coming down. All right, well, check in a bit later. Thanks for that.
That's right, mate. Come back to us with it, though. We're just going to have a quick chat with Ricky Barron. Man, you timed that deluxe.
Yeah, you couldn't really get it much more perfect than that, could you?
He did you a couple of favours being a bit loose coming out of turn number 2. That allowed you to get a good run, but you had great car speed.
Yeah, Mark made a bit of a blue up there in 3-4 and let me get a bit of momentum on him. But yeah, we were pretty happy with how that went.
How many years have you been doing the AMCA gig for? It's been a while.
This is my 6th year.
So you obviously believe in it.
Yeah, it's got its place in motorsport.
Absolutely. Where do you want to go with your motorsport?
I'm actually heading into 360s next year.
Very good, mate. Great to have you here at Mildura. Good luck for the rest of the weekend.
Thanks. It's a pleasure being here.
Does a good job, does RB. No doubt about it. Timed it deluxe in this Van Kempen haulage, Wrenches, Auto Salvage, Beckett's Creek, Ag Lime. Well, he's sponsored by just about everybody. Max Taylor signs number 1. He heads back to the pits.
Believe it or not, the car's for sale too.
Oh, that's a good car to buy.
Yeah.
Absolutely a good car to buy.
Worth waiting for.
Hope we get a chat with this guy on the inside second row, because he's certainly, I want to talk to him about this body style. Car looks great.
You'd be a connoisseur of body styles, would you, Wade?
Well, it looks like an AU. It's got a kind of bit of a Ford look about it. That's why I like it.
It's probably the rear pillar that does that for it.
Yeah, they're a bit unusual in AMCA National Racing.
Smooth looking thing, though, isn't it?
Ange is on the front row.
What do they say in the Days of Thunder thing? Built and shaped like a bullet. Is that how it goes?
I think so. No, that's not the kind of answer I'm looking for you.
Okay, let's get down to business. We're ready to go. The green ready, and we're away with the AMCAs again.
Come on, Ange.
And it is Ange Halikas that's currently running second at this stage of the game, although he's pushing hard to try and pick up first place.
Now, is this Johnny McKay, Matt?
Yes, definitely this time. 22, John McKay is leading.
Thank you.
Halikas is in second place as a bottleneck into turn 3 and 4. Johnny McKay leads him out of turn number 4.
I knew I left that bottleneck over there before.
Lucky it was plastic anyway.
Oh, look at this, boys.
Mick Clark on the outside of Halikas at the moment, Wade, and going nicely in that streamlined looking thing.
It's a looking thing, Chassis, obviously.
It's a good looking thing.
It is. Here he comes, working hard on Johnny McKay, the proprietor of Adelaide Truck Refinishes. Ange on the bottom side. And I think working the low side there is Miller as well.
Believe it or not, that car there of Mick Clark's Australian number 2 at the moment as well, so he's got it for a reason.
You can go high, Cole. We've got a set of match tyres on. Good lead, good pass. The swoopy looking thing is in the lead.
Clark at this stage of the game in the PM Earthworks M&W Engine Services Proprietary Limited car going beautifully as he heads into 3 and 4. And well clear of McKay. Well, at this stage of the game, it definitely looks like he's got the upper hand, but it's the tail enders we've got to look at. Halikas now getting it breathed all over him by Darren Power, by the look of it.
He's going to devastate me with some really bad answer about what his design of the car is. No, nothing different. Oh, sorry, I'll just go back to my smoke. Obviously, I'm seeing a different race car because it just looks different, doesn't it?
Certainly looks good, though.
Oh, fantastic. Miller's up to third now. And just fallen back to fourth a little bit here. Now the 50 car starting to make a run on the U out of turn 2.
The car of Clark now still going ahead beautifully. McKay behind him. The 4 entry there of Power going along nicely also. Well, let me tell you, down a little bit further through the field, they've settled down nicely. Ange basically set himself into a pretty steady routine now. No real threat just yet. And as we say that,
it's Matty Geary, isn't it, the 00? Chasing down Raymond further back in the order.
Matt Geary, correct.
Just winding down now with about 2 gamuts to go here in this AMCA National event. We're getting close to their conclusion of their heat races as well. Nolte is just thinking, why on earth did I ever bring that G word up? Meanwhile, back at the ranch with 1 to go, it is all one-way traffic for our race leader. But look at the battle for second. Miller, McKay, I should say, back there as well. Now, a good-looking battle. Ange is going to have to work hard to hang on to the 4th spot. Half a lap to go. Good race, boys. Another good AMCA event.
Checkered flag at the ready. There's your winner. The 48 entry there, of course, of Mick Clark, the Australia 2. Second place looks like it's going to go to the 22 entry there of McKay. And the 4, by the look of it, of Darren Power behind him. Ange for 4th.
I get to ask the question. Good look about it.
Sharp.
Absolutely. Clarkie does a great drive, dude. The car's running sweet. Let's get that, let's get that thing out of the way. There you go, mate. Good run.
Yeah, I'm happy with that now. I've just dialed that in pretty good, and I've had the flu this week, and I'm really puffed out.
We all want to know what the car's based on, because it seems to have more of it, I'm not going to say anything bad here, but an AU almost sort of style about it. What is the car based on?
Yeah, it's mainly the roof itself, a VT Commodore, so it makes it look a bit different, and try and put some shape into it, and yeah, good.
Yeah, sorry to make the AU comment then being a VT, but it does have more of an Australian body style, so that's what you set out to do?
Yeah, I tried to make it look a little bit like a super sedan when I first built it, and yeah, it's attracted some attention.
Yeah, you've done a great job, mate. The car looks sweet. Go get a Kleenex and have a lie down. You've done a good job.
Thanks very much.
Good job. Was it always going to be a Holden if I suggest it was a Ford now, wasn't it?
That was good, mate. Well done.
Yes.
I don't think I'd even sled you on that comment. You did it all on your own. VT and an AU, they did look similar, didn't they, back in the days?
They still do.
Yeah.
Except the AU's normally in front. 4-car junior fill. This is custom built for you, you Port Power loving Nolte. 4 cars, 6 gambits, go hard.
Throw Lethal in for the...
Poor old Steph, she's arrived a bit late. They need to put Are you really in the VIP room? And you're really talking to the man from Phone Express?
Can you see me? I'm waving Simon. It's all okay.
It's all good, mate.
See, there you go.
So she's found someone out of the crowd.
It's really Simon. Simon from Phone Express.
And I can, back up to you, boys.
Oh, I don't want to be part of this.
Just an important note in what has been an outrageous night so far at Timber Speedway. The person who's lost the mobile phone, hopefully not from Phones Express, but if you can claim it's yours, it's down the Knick Knack Shack right now. The person who lost their mobile phone earlier tonight, if you can prove it's yours, it's down the Knick Knack Shack.
Yep, that is the case.
Wade, Simon just said to let you know, reverse is over to the left and up.
And it doesn't mean race either.
This is getting better. This is like the Wade Oranger
you can't do burnouts in reverse anyway.
Evening.
You can in a Holden, mate. There's no doubt about it.
There you go.
So still under yellow here for junior sedans, thanks to Auto Pro in Mildura. This weekend as part of the Power Sports Festival over Easter. 3 big days of high octane energy through here starting tonight at Edge Hotel Motel Timber Speedway. Tomorrow, of course, we go down to the river for the day 1 of the Mildura 100, followed tomorrow night by the drag racing down at the Sunset Strip, along with the Quick Fix Motorcycles Arena Motocross down at the Olympic Park Stadium. Gates open there tomorrow at 3 p.m. Racing from 5. That's off 11th Street in Mildura, just down by the river as the junior sedans begin to pick up pace here at the Timber Speedway in Mildura. Watching these guys buzz their way out of turn number 4. Away we go. It's the 25 of Colby Roos that leads them away. It's the 4 of Gary Brennan who picks up the race lead early into turn number 1. Ryan Alexander back there in the NZ Cooler Cab. Number 36 is back in position 4 at the moment. It's a passing move already down the back straight. The juniors a lot closer than what we've seen so far tonight. You can see the car of Steph Hallekas moving up a position. Look at that car bounce up towards the wall out of turn 3 and 4. There would have been the 4 car, of course, going through as Gary Brennan was heading wall side there. Momentarily was dropped a ton of positions. Hallekas capitalises on that, moves up into 4th place as the leader. Of course, Colby Roos, who's down the back straight. Good lead now down to turn 3. So Roos continues to lead this race. Gary Brennan looking to come back through the field after having that big moment coming through turn 3 and 4. He's up behind the back of Ryan Alexander in car number 36.
You know, watching these guys go around at the moment, Matt, reminds me very much of probably about 25 years ago what it would have been like to have been really rich in Japan.
Yes, exactly. That's where the concept come from, you think. As Gary Brennan now goes to the outside again, the car handling like a waterbed at this stage out of turn 3 and 4.
Well, you think there'd been a bit more traffic, though.
He certainly would have, absolutely. But Gary Brennan back in 4th. Ryan Alexander still in 3rd and got the breathing gap now between himself and Gary Brennan. So the juniors now starting to string themselves out with only 2 laps remaining as the leader, Colby Roos. He's doing a good job out in front.
I love to watch the way that Brennan's car goes through. It looks like an Evinrude punt with a de Havilland punt with an Evinrude outboard. Cutting the wake. He's not scared to get up there, though. I'll give him that.
Desperate driving, I would say there. He's not making any ground up, but hey, it's spectacular. This time it's starting to work. He's asking the question now to Ryan Alexander in car number 36. Let's watch him bounce through the set of turns here as the white flag comes out for Colby Roos in car number 25.
It's the Easter Bunny hop.
It is. What a time of the year to have it.
Now, let me tell you, they're car for sale as well. So if there's a junior that looks like they want to get involved with speedway racing, it'd be a nice, ideal car to pick up and compete in.
Might want to hop down to the pits later on perhaps and have a chat to the Brennan family about that car. Meantime, the leader coming out of the final set of turns to get the checkered flag from David Ray. It is the 25 of Colby Roos that wins. In 2nd place is the 22 of Corey Sando. Oh, Ryan Alexander just crosses the line after giving us a bit of a wave, you could say, in front of the commentary box there. He'll finish up in 4th position. And that was probably the pass that our friend in car number 4 was waiting for. More, he's still bouncing down the back straight. I'm sure it's got a different sort of spring set up in that car, that's for sure. So good.
Well, Matt, we're ready to go.
Set for a start out of 4. Van der Stel, Chris Evans up to the line. Down into turn number 1, first time Troy Little hits that bump that Wade was talking about, but to no one's surprise, the yellows have come down. On that one down there, Craig Van der Stel.
For it again. Little searching to the outside. Evans down low. Look at Little. Up on the high groove. Into 2nd place and coming after Van der Stel. Milburn back into 5th position. Cobby through on the inside on Evans. Van der Stel driving this car very cleverly. 2 down, 6 to go. Little has both feet on the pedal. Trying to get more out of this car. They all know that hole's there, so they're getting around it safely. Meanwhile, back at the ranch, oh, Little hikes a bit of a run, but there's 5 remaining, and Van der Stel looking very good. Little a little too high off turn number 2. 4 down, 4 to go, boys.
Well, Van der Stel certainly clearing out. Troy Little has got car pace, but look who's stuck up onto the back. It's Jamie Cobby in the 67. He's decided to run the bottom, while Troy Little is diving upwards and downwards on this speedway. But Craig Van der Stel has certainly found the optimum groove aboard the Croft Construction Sign Depot number 31. He's in the turn number 1. Troy Little is certainly a man on the mission at this stage, but he's just losing ground as our leader Van der Stel comes up to the back of Ian Smith in car number 57.
Van der Stel at the moment really making it look easy in this stage of the game, but now into the back of the traffic. It's going to slow him a little, and the big ask is, can Little make the ground on him as he gets tangled up behind the back of him? Wide on the action now, and that's it. All Rover, Red Rover by the look of that. And it's Craig Vanderstel, man on the mission that took the money.
Can you guys hear Little on the throttle?
That's amazing. You can hear that so clearly.
It just doesn't lift. It's on the floor until the checker comes out. He's amazing. Smooth drive from Vando, though.
Absolutely, and tipped early that he would run away. We thought that would be the case, but didn't Little put up a sense?
Yeah, thanks, Wade. That's a pretty tough track out there.
Yeah, turn one, mate. She's a monster hole. I couldn't believe it just then.
It's unbelievable. You just kind of either got to go around it or underneath it, but you go underneath it and there's more waiting for you, so it's tough.
Man, where's your brother these days?
He's in London this weekend. He's gone away for the weekend, so normally he'd be watching and listening, but this weekend he's away on holiday. So.
Oh, where's his commitment?
I know, it's pretty slack, isn't it?
Absolutely. We can bag him out if you like.
Yeah, well, he's not watching, so we can give him hell. I just got to thank Josh and Peter Roos for lending us a power steering hose. Otherwise, we wouldn't have been able to run tonight. So thanks very much to those guys.
Yeah, absolutely. We'd like to see that kind of thing, that's for sure. And Hicko back here in this number 40 car, just getting clear of the scales as well. We have a quick chat with Darren real quick while we're getting this next AMCA event going. Hickman, how's it doing, buddy?
Good, thanks, Wade. Been struggling all night. We had a shocker break in the last heat, and the first heat had a bit of a push, bit tight, so we're struggling with this. The wife's doing better than me, so I think I'm going to lose my ride the way I'm going.
I was going to bring that up.
Yeah, she's sort of been pretty nice in the pits, but I know when I'm not wanted.
How are you going to get this thing dialed in?
Yeah, we went out in this last dash to try and get it. It was a bit better. I think it's more the track. I'm sort of struggling a bit with the bumps, but we'll work on it and have a look at it tomorrow and see if we can get it up the track a bit further forward.
They react so much faster than the Super Sedan, don't they?
Oh, yeah, things happen a lot quicker. When you put them up on two wheels, it's not the best feeling, I can tell you.
Good luck, matey. Driving the Andy's earth-moving number 40 car, one of the really good people of the sport, Darren Hickman. Back upstairs to Heckle and Jekyll.
Oh, good on you.
Heckle and Jekyll.
Sorry, Heckle and Neckle.
Heckle and...
Gamberton the gasman. Yeah. Shall I go on?
Go on, mate. You've sledged me all night. Let's finish off in style.
No, we've got the breakfast tomorrow.
Yeah, I know. It's only the beginning, isn't it?
Now, I know for sure that's not Johnny McKay on the front row.
You sure?
And it's not,
Are you sure?
And it's not Pierre. All right?
Got that.
So there you go.
Well, who is it then?
That's the other bloke and the other guy.
Scott Ellis.
And Ricky Barron back on the inside third row. It's going to be one to watch there, boys. I'm going to take the Barina for a run.
So we'll be Matty Crimmins off pole position for this event. 18 laps. According to the board. No, the board's just blacked out on us down there.
Yeesh.
Yeah.
Have they put enough fuel in?
It could be the first ever AMCA race with a pit stop involved, if that was the case. So lights are out down there in the Knick-Knack show. We'll just find out how many laps we're going for this event.
8.
Go for 8, definitely 8.
Pick a number, Matt.
I'll go with 8.
8 kickers.
Everyone's trying to work out what a gambit is. They're trying to put that up on the board.
Everybody's mission. You can SMS that into us too. 0429 407 357. You can tell me what a gambit is. Wade Ornger will sleep a better man tonight.
What? You should see the navigator I've got in this little Barina. This has got all the good gear.
I mean, you have to give us a location for the hole.
What have I got? A what? Oh, the rut in turn 1.
Idiot.
I've got Gold, Volume 6. I got Nats Legends 4.
What about this? Have you got a heater?
Yeah. I got one of those nice smelly little things with a fan.
Okay. They're one of those ones when you go any faster about 60 mile an hour, the fan comes off and hits you.
We're green, boys.
A good start down to turn 1.
Scott Ellis it is that got away in the green car nicely. That's the 42, Victorian 42. Australia number 3 currently.
So Matty Crimmins is back in second place in car number 10, but under siege from about another 5 AMCAs behind him, because the number 42 car is beginning to clear out of this field down into turn number 1. Watching them sort themselves out into positions now. Hitting turn 3. Matty Crimmins has certainly got car speed. He's got time on his side as he comes up behind the 42 now of Scotty Ellis down the front straight. Behind them is the 6 of Trevor Thierry. He's back in 3rd position. Good battle for 4th and 5th going on here at the moment, boys, as they hit turn 2 and onto the back straightaway. Crimmins also hit the back wall coming out of turn 2. Lost a lot of ground as they come back to the front straight again. It's Ellis out in front. Crimmins and Thierry rounding out the 3.
A little bit further down the field, we find the Ricky Barron car, and Barron, as pointed out earlier on tonight, sat back and is taking his time to get up to him. And at this stage of the game, 4th place is not looking like an option for him. So he now has the thumb screws well and truly on 3rd place driver there in theory, and let me tell you, he's disposed of him. Moving on. Set sail now for the Smokin' Joe in front.
I don't know where we are in terms of the nav man, but I know where this person lives.
Oh no, that could be a drama.
Don't even go there. I mean that literally.
3 gambits to go.
Right at the front of the pack, though, it is the Scott Ellis car, and going beautifully, set nicely as he heads midfield along the line. The 10 behind him. Of course, the entry belonging to none other than Crimmins. Not making any ground at this stage of the game. Matt, looks like the Barron car went fairly high in the last one in 3rd place, but yellow, or rather the white on the action now, meaning that we've got one to travel.
Crimmins was all over the place coming out of turn 4. He's in 2nd and closing, but I think time's going to run out. It's Barron back in 3rd, Thierry in 4th. As they're on the last lap, Crimmins is having all sorts of issues aboard the number 10 as they hit the final turn for the last time, and Ellis will win this race in car number 3. 2nd will be Crimmins in the number 10 from SA, back to Barron, then Trevor Thierry.
It's 12 degrees, fellas. That's what the nav man told me. It's 12 degrees.
That's cold. So good job that Ellis takes out the win in car number 42 with the 3 on the roof, just to confuse.
That DNF, or the 6 or 7 in the first heat, that hurt me. 2 wins, well, that's it. At least we're getting our points back slowly.
Pretty rough out there?
Very rough, very rough. Just trying to, the high line's not bad out there. But you just got to be right on the limit there.
How about the canyon in turn 1?
Sorry?
How about the canyon in turn 1?
Just hold it flat, don't worry about it. At least the tyres aren't rolling off, that's the main thing.
No, everything's pretty good there. You got all 4 corners.
Yeah, it's all good. It's
Good
all
job,
good.
matey. Good luck for the rest of the weekend.
Thanks very much.
Yes, things are going very much to plan for this very nicely turned out number 42 car. As you said, Victoria 2, Australia 3, number 42. And look out, Ms. Hickman is on the pole. Are you being served?
I wouldn't stop there either. I'd just keep going.
Yes, Ixnay on the Barina. We've just been dragged off before the sirens even sounded. Kevin Sheedy.
And away we go with the AMCAs now. The Vic 20 at this stage of the game, leading from Hickman. And the Vic 20, of course, is the entry of Brett Nayland. Nayland to Hickman. Hickman now coming under fire from 3rd place, which will get a name. Oh, tag from the nose.
That'd be Mick Brorum at the back of the field. He's gone back behind Luke Raymond in car number 50. It's certainly on in earnest out of turn number 2. Dennis Miller being passed. That could be Michael Miller, in fact, just being passed by one of the local cars into turn 3 and 4. Clash of wheels, not once but twice.
Fair bump, play on. Meanwhile, the guy that got the nicest run through out of all that was the number 50 car of Raymond. Dived in low, should be able to pick up the spot and does. This Nayland character puts together some very good laps.
Absolutely. In this stage of the game, holding it down nicely. Nayland in the MAD powder coating M&J transport car going along great guns. Hickman now getting a hell of a lot of a hurry up.
Now here comes Lincoln. Oh, takes on Hickman and gets spat off. So Sandy refusing to take any guff. Good work. The Hickman family. Talk about commitment to racing. Oh, did you see them go through the gully then? Once again, there's battle raging anywhere in the field. I think the AMCAs have done a wonderful job tonight, fellas.
They certainly have, as last time round. Every time we've seen them so far this year, guys, it's been sensational. These AMCAs putting on a great performance for the crowd. But have a look at Nayland. Nayland is absolutely, pardon the pun, nailing them.
Yeah. I don't think he wants to know what's going on behind him at this stage, does he? It's Hickman back in 2nd, Michael Miller 3rd. It's the Victoria 92 back there, Mark Lincoln, who's had earlier dramas with Luke Raymond right behind him. Mick Brorum towards the tail end of this field as into the final set of turns to get the white flag. And doing a great job out in front. It's the 20 car of Nayland.
Sandy, look at the pressure, guys, that Hickman's got on her now with 1 to go. They're all over it going into turn number 1.
She's going to have her hands full to hold it back. I'll guarantee you that. A lot of hungry cars behind the back, but have a look at your lead driver as we come into the finish of it all.
Gee, Lincoln did well to come back to third by the end of all that. Checkered flag is out. Nayland did a good job. Lincoln, I think, got third.
Yeah, look that way.
Oh,
it's not over.
Jeez. Whoa. Bit of feeling there.
Wait for official placings to come through, but Nayland really had the best package out there.
Thank you.
Well done, you, mate. Good luck for the rest of the weekend.
Thank you.
Nicely turned out car, the Brett Nayland entry, the Mad Powder Coating, DNF Racing Products, John Nayland Fencing, quick race parts entry. I can hear Shenanigan giggling in the background, can I? What's going on up there?
We just got another SMS through on the SMS chat line, 0429 407 357. It's from Wobbs again. It says, great comedy routine by the Three Stooges tonight. Great night of entertainment. Thanks, Wobbs. And we're just going to work out who's Larry, Curly and Mo at the moment.
I just feel sorry for the poor people sitting out there freezing, putting up with this. People in their kitchens can turn the computer down.
I don't know if we'll be game to roll up to the breakfast tomorrow. There'll be shotguns going off in the car park of the Gateway Tavern from 7:30 tomorrow morning.
Hey, I'm sure that's Johnny McKay in this one.
He's definitely in this one, Wado, I promise you.
Is that Nico?
And Geary in the 00. Also out there. Getting towards the end of the night, one would well assume the old Vapors working big time out here. I've chuffed half a pack, do I look at things? You know, the old way you were a kid, you used to pretend you were smoking, do the old... It's 12 degrees out here, fellas. 12! Doesn't get that cold in a fridge in Mildura.
Oh, dear.
Well, Michael French starts off pole position for this one in car number 24.
That's what it says on the roof.
It does. To be honest, it's not a spelling mistake.
No, that's exactly what it is.
It certainly is. Michael French out of position number 1 in car 24 from SA is your pole man for this event. And this could go anywhere the way this night's goes. It's very unscripted, isn't it?
Ditto.
That's why we love Speedway so much. Even the comedy's unscripted so far tonight up here.
If it was scripted, it'd be good.
We wouldn't be standing here, would we? Never mind. So for French about to freeze him out of turn number 4. AMCA Nationals thanks to Morello Earth Moving.
Harris, by this stage of the game, has got away nicely. He's leading at this stage. The Reedy the Wrecker car.
He leading that boy.
He leading.
he lead race now.
He I'm leading.
Yo, yo.
He I'll make big smoke. Mackay coming through into 5th now. Go, Johnny. We got a new leader here. This 27 car is really quick on the bottom, boys. Look at the ground he's making up already. The V27 into turn 3, down low, and for French, nearly ran right into him.
Well, Brian Chadwick's come back into this mix too, back in a 3rd place. He's behind for French, who's in 2nd, but that smoke continues to pile out the back of the 41 as they're on the back straightaway. Good AMCA Nationals racing down towards turn 3. French now beginning to close. 4 cars battling now for the front. Let's make it 5 as they come out of turn 4.
I do believe the smoke from that car of Chadwick's is getting a lot heavier too, Matt, and I don't know whether that's going to be an issue later, but certainly doesn't look good.
Man, how long has Chadwick been around AMCA racing?
Yeah, good.
Forever and a day.
Good, close to 7 or 8 years now. He's been here since the inception in '99. He certainly knows how to turn one of these cars around a speedway. There's no doubt about that. But Michael French closing up now. He's still in 2nd place. This is a great battle as they hit the back straightaway.
But for 4 laps to go.
You're taking the wind right out of my sails.
Down low again. Comes his 27 car. Seems to be the quickest car on the speedway right now. Oh, for French. Oh! Rear-ended him. It's right on, isn't it? Good competitive racing from these guys.
First 3 cars at this stage of the game. Well, looks like we've got a few issues there for 3rd place. French moves back to 3rd.
Johnny McKay's in this mix now too in car 22. He's now behind the back of Brian Chadwick in car 41. We'll watch this battle as they go down the back straightaway now. Just trades rubber down the back straight as they're coming through to get the last lap light, if you will. Out of turn 4, Johnny McKay hits that canyon through the middle of turn 3 and 4. Boys, they're on their last lap.
Good racing. Really good stuff from the AMCAs throughout the night.
Sensational racing out of those guys tonight. Always is.
McKay down the inside of Brian Chadwick on the last lap. Out of turn number 4, there goes the winner. Helmy Harris out who wins. French gets in for second, and Chadwick retires right on the finish line.
Yeah.
Down the bottom here, the 30 car finishes behind her of Paul Clark, and the rest of this field filtering their way through on the last lap.
Have a look at the heat coming out from under the hood there. Wade, if you want to see something hotter than 12 degrees, head over to that one.
I'd say it'd be about 50 degrees down there or higher at the moment. You can cook your eggs down there. We're using tomorrow down to the breakfast at the Gateway Tavern, perhaps.
Well, I think I dim sims.
Our winners pulling up down on the infield now, just waiting for official results to come through in that AMCA Nationals race. Night one. So much action packed into one night. How are we going to go coming back for night two, Johnny K?
Well, it's a good reason why they give us a gap in the middle of it, I think.
It helps, doesn't it?
Yeah.
2:27 dead that time around. 2 minutes 27 dead for Heat 3C of the AMCA Nationals. We go downstairs for the winner's speech.
Mate, this thing idles like a top alcohol car. It's got a magnificent note to it. Mad Mick, good job, buddy.
We've been having a few problems tonight, and I think we've finally got them sorted out.
What dramas in particular?
Just fuel, mainly. It's good to get out in front and have a good run.
Mate, you had a really good run then. Good car speed. Car handled the bumps nicely.
Yeah, it's good. It's not my car. I've spent a lot of time on it. It's good to get out in front and have a good time.
Good job, mate. You want to thank some sponsors at all?
I'd like to thank Ready the Wrecker, AMCA Nationals, and Kingston Automotive.
Good job, mate. Excellent drive. They've certainly got this problem worked out, that's for sure. The Ready the Wrecker entry. Getting down towards the last bracket. I believe we have another bracket of AMCA National Heat races to go. Is that correct?
Yeah. I think we got this one, and I reckon that's getting pretty close to it.
See the Matty Geary car there just having its Kmart Tyre and Auto service, 5,000 kilometre service down here on the front straight.
5-point safety check.
5-point safety check, yep. Well, Dennis Miller will be the pole sitter in the second of the NZ Cooler Cab entries from SA. Starts out at position number 1 for this event. Angelakis out in this event as well in the Auto Pro Mildura, number 86. He's on the outside of row number 2.
Wouldn't mind a snake CS later, Matt, if you could arrange that for us. 12 degrees out here. You know we should have had those couple of bottles of Coke before.
You're telling me.
Nowhere to stand out here, buddy. I could go inside that tractor.
Don't forget, of course, guys, the Australian AMCA's Nationals T-shirts. The Australian title T-shirts are available in the souvenir van. They'll be available not only tonight, but also again on Sunday night.
I'm hoping our comedy routine has boosted sales for tomorrow morning's breakfast.
It's a sellout now.
Somehow I doubt it as well. There's actually been people who hand back tickets.
Yeah. They like their Saturday mornings too much. Well, Adam Wallace is taking the race lead in car number 71 as they head down into turn 3 and 4. The pole sitter was swallowed up amidst all that comedy. He's now back in the 3rd place, potentially, the 50 car, as Dennis Miller.
I tell you what, Matt, keep your eye on the 48 car of Mick Clark.
Yes, watch out for the AU VT, Johnny.
Watch out for the Mick Clark.
The AU Commodore. So Adam Wallace in car 71 leads them out of the final set of turns on the front straight. Behind him is the 79 car, of course, of Stuart Grant Campbell from New South Wales. It's Dennis Miller back there in 3rd place. Good battle for 4th and 5th now, boys, starting to heat up out of turn 2.
Go yourself, Matt.
Back to the motor race. Adam Wallace is still out in front down here. Felt like a funeral home there for a couple of moments. The Grant Campbell is back in 2nd place. Dennis Miller in 3rd, but closing. The battle still on there for 4th and 5th. As now the 2nd place man makes a mistake out of turn 2. Dennis Miller capitalises now and moves up into 2nd place as Adam Wallace had a minor moment coming out of turn number 4. Hasn't deteriorated his lead at all. Dennis Miller now definitely up into 2nd. The battle between Victoria 50 of Bill Lodwick Sr. is still raging supreme through turns 1 and 2, but the leader Adam Wallace, Johnny K, is starting to check out.
Ex-Australia 1 Wallace at this stage of the game, well and truly away from the rest of the field, and looks pretty safe at this stage, but it's 2nd, 3rd, 4th and 5th where the action is. And of course Lodwick going great guns at this stage of the game, holding back that car of Mick Clark. Clark though at this stage of the game trying to make sure that he gets under him. 3 laps to do it in. Can he do it? Wallace at this stage of the game, please, is in front thinking, well, bottom line is I'm here and I'm staying here.
Here comes the AU VT.
I'll tell you what, he's taken the roughest line, Wade, and he still looks like he's making the best out of it.
He's an aggressive driver. Up the inside of turn 3, this will stick.
And that'll stick this time. He comes out of 3 and 4 in front.
Meanwhile, Davey Ray sticks one leg out. Either a half of a pair of white King G's, or it's the flag. It matters not. It's all the same results. Checkered flag is out.
Checkered flag. And a win to Adam Wallace, the ex-Australia one. And well in front of his nearest opponent, of course, in the car of Miller.
Yeah, he certainly brained him in that heat, didn't he? Adam Wallace just took off from the get-go and comes home with that heat race win thanks to Morello Earth moving here this weekend, the AMCA Nationals at night one of the 2006 M2K Nationals thanks to Telstra Countrywide. Good drive by every person out there tonight in the AMCA Nationals. They've certainly done well, behaved themselves. I'm sure I'm just going to put the curse on them for Sunday night. With 2 minutes 23.51, the win going to Adam Wallace in car number 71. Interesting time there, 17.63. Very consistent around the Timmer Speedway track here. Well done to Adam Wallace in car number 71.
Well, she's talking about the quality of racing tonight, guys. It was been absolutely sensational. We've had no real incidents tonight, and we've had some sensational racing come out of it.
The Panther chassis, backed by Max Hobbylink, amongst other people. Victoria 71, truck curtain repairs, Ripper, Geelong Bridgestone entry. And Adam's another one of these guys that likes to run that steering wheel way up close, like NASCAR style. Is that the way you prefer things?
Yeah, I love it. I suppose the best thing when you drive fast is you've got to be comfortable, and that's what makes me comfortable.
Well, you look pretty comfy out there, dude. You slayed them.
Yeah, no, the track was a bit tricky at the start, very, very rough, but we got onto the setup and got it hooked up, and awesome to run up high.
You know where at least you know where the holes are, so you can avoid them.
Oh yeah, I don't know, mate. There's a lot of holes out there.
Turn one's my favourite. It's a ripper.
Yeah, no, well, I don't know. I just try and go around. I'm not in them.
You did a good nice job of it, mate. You got a few sponsors you want to thank?
Yeah, no, would like to thank Corelli Racing Products for giving us a hand. Panther Chassis that's just come on board this year. Ripper, Curtain Repairs, Max Hobbylink, and my engine builder, Phil Howell.
Good job, matey, and hope the rest of the weekend goes just as well for you.
Thanks, mate.
Wade was talking to her about the win. She was over the moon, Wade, wasn't she?
Absolutely thrilled, and very pleased to be able to go back and screw up a win for the Hickmans.
Oh, you're in now, Wade.
So we'll work something out there as well. So go down and see the team down at the jumping castle for all the kids.
Now, we've had ours this morning already, Matt. Chris run it already for you, Wade. It runs beautiful. Yeah, we popped it 3 times.
Is it Maul or Mal? Is it Maul or Mal?
Mal's the guy that designed the Maul.
Okay, so it is a jumping castle then. All right. Do you have a bath or a bath, Crispin? Section. I'll tell you what, too, the vast crowd is starting to settle in here. It's starting to roll in, which is great. I want to say a big thanks, as always, to the
motor's got a miss, so I'm not too sure what it is. I don't know if it's leaning out at all. We don't want to burn the motor down, so go back and have a look and see what's wrong.
Let's strap the Kawasaki in, you'll be right.
Yeah, no, that'll go a bit better than this thing at the moment, I tell you.
4 cars, upstairs to Larry and Curly.
Thank you, Mo. Set for a start heat number 1, night 2 at the Nationals. It's go time. Down into turn 1, Troy Little on the mid-track already out of turn number 2, side by side, and Melbourne gets the early lead down towards turn 3. Look who is snuck up behind him and almost turns the car inside out. It's Craig Vanderstelt in car number 31. He's now down the inside of Troy Little, moves up into second place, but the early leader is Brett Melbourne. He's down in turn 3.
Melbourne certainly got the burn on at this stage of the game, and we're saying well clear of that little battle between the Croft construction car. A little further down the field we find the 43 of Gary Chippendale, and he's lagging severely in this one. Matt, don't know what the story is there, but the hot action is definitely right up the very front as we see the Croft car of Vanderstelt looking like it's actually gaining on the lead. Yeah, Gary Chippendale is having a very quiet weekend. You just touched on briefly there. He is about 8 to 10 car lengths behind Troy Little as the top 3 begin to close up. It's still Brett Melbourne, Craig Vanderstelt and Troy Little in 3rd position. I'm very impressed with Troy Little the way he's adapted to this 400-metre Timmer Speedway as they're down to turn 3 one more time. Brett Melbourne just starting to clear out, only just. So they go down to turn 1 with 5 laps remaining out of turn 2. The order unchanged. Matt Noldy just watch the speed a little as he comes into this next turn. Boy, is he lightning fast into 3. Have a look at the speed he carries into the turn. Sets it nicely midfield and just keeps the thing cranking. Into the chase now is the 43 of Gary Chippendale, although it still really hasn't got the ounce to stay with it. But terrific ground speed coming into turn 3 for the N20 car of Troy Little. Well, Brett Melbourne is a mile out in front now.
Vandersveld is losing touch, and he's also losing time because there's only 2 laps to go. Thanks to Forbes Wilson, heat number 1 on the second night of competition for the 2006 Mildura to Knoxville Nationals. And on the back straightaway now. In fact, Troy Little is starting to fall back into the clutches of Gary Chippendale, who's absolutely not on it tonight, as Milburn gets the white flag.
The 31 car of Craig Vandersveld, Matt, I would have thought would have been a little bit closer up into attacking here into the last lap, but that's not going to be the case. You got to hand it to the guy all the way home without any real dramas. Our winner in the first one, the 68 of Brett Milburn. Behind him, the 31 of Craig Vandersveld, and Little for third by the look of it. And Chippendale, well, he's picking up the pieces.
Well, that's why they call him the Jet. Brett Milburn takes out heat number 1 here tonight. Put your hands together on the front. And Gary Chippendale has been ushered towards the weighbridge. He'll finish in 4th. Wade or Joe?
Well, that was interesting. Just about saw Gary Chippendale have to just about mow down someone on the infield there. He had to take a quick option. A great piece of driving under brakes for Chippendale then to make sure there was no dramas. We're about to chat with Brett. That was what you call an 8-gambit hot lap session just then. It was all over very quickly. Brett's going to come in for scaling right now after Gary Chippendale, who was the unlucky one who also had to weigh in at the last minute. So just waiting on Chippers to move the A1 asphalting, A1 speed shop. Number 68 of Freddie Milburn.
2:10.28 for that 10 laps. Out there, of course, 10 laps now for all the heat races tonight. 2:10.28. Wade, I think Gary Chippendale, he's having a very, very quiet night. I don't know what's going on down there.
Well, he's just putting the car back on the scales here at the moment. I'll just ask him when he rolls off if everything's A-OK. We've got a moment to quickly grab him before Brett goes across the scales.
Didn't look like he carried the speed in that one, did it?
Not at all. He just wasn't on the pace. Have a look at this from Gary Chippendale. Even though he was at the back of the field, he managed to pull out a 12.863 during that race. That is the fastest one lap of the whole weekend. So I don't know what he's doing wrong towards the back there. He just couldn't make any inroads on the cars in front of him there.
Well, the problem is that the track is just pretty well locked down at the moment. Everyone's about the same speed. Chippers are asking upstairs, is everything okay? It just seemed to me that the track was pretty fast.
Yeah, the track was fast. Yeah, motor's missing a bit. You probably heard it popping and banging and carrying on up high. But yeah, the track is really good tonight, very fast, and I think there'll be a couple of lines. It looks like it's going to be a great night.
I'm sure you're right, Chippy. I'm sure you're right. So a bit of an engine miss, that wouldn't help things, for sure.
Quick one for you, Wade, just while we're talking about it. That last one, 1/100th off the lap record, 10-lap lap record.
Very nice. I'll tell Brett that.
Yeah, he'll be happy with that.
Okay, guys, I'm over in the VIP box. Wade, I'll cross back to you. You can quickly do that and then come back over here with Alex Jardine from Elders.
Thank you very much. Pretty good job, man. They said 1/100th off the track record.
We just knocked it off, or we missed it?
Just missed it.
Oh, you got to be bleeding on that. I just stuffed up one too many times, and I think
track was locked down.
Track's fast. It's just hold it down on the hammer, and if you're smooth enough, you're going to be quick. A couple of little errors through the race, which probably stopped us breaking the lap record. But car's good. Hopefully we can get a little bit better, and hopefully we can get to the pointy end of the feature.
Sure he will. It's a hell of a racer. Noted about it. The troop out. Ooh. Just got a back adjustment just then from the push car. Kristen is hobnobbing in the Giffo. Someone's going to Knoxville. And we're set. Oh, well, they got together. Yeah, the only thing that saved them both, because right over Brennan's frame, was the fact that the track was fresh, guys. Otherwise, we could have seen at least 3 cars upside down.
Let me tell you, the wing on the front of the Harold.
And we get set to go green this time. Let's hope it's incident-free. Donaldson up against Evans. Neither one of them wants to give an inch. Darryl Wright is too slippery down the bottom to make anything work there, and he lost a lot of ground. HBJ didn't. He tried the outside pass on Donaldson. Evans is your leader.
Chris Evans
from Donaldson in second. Back then to Harold Brennan. Oh, Darryl Wright hit the wall then. Right on the R in Mildura. Could have been a big moment then. Behind him was Owen Pitt and Bobby Fords. So down the main straightaway, Chris Evans. 2 down, 8 to run, and man, Evans has got a good lead, boys.
He's leading way out in front, way out in joint points leader in car number 77, the All Transport crash entry. He's checking out from this field. He's got a long gap in front of Ron Donaldson. Harold Brennan Jr. under massive pressure from Darryl Wright, and OPP, Owen Pitt further behind him. At this stage, Wright goes all high out of turn 2, and Owen Pitt moves down the inside.
I'll tell you what, that 77 car of Chris Evans, though, Matt Nolte, have a look at it. Boy, is that set nicely. It's sliding through the turns, no influence whatsoever. He is on the gas and he is going for this guy.
The other run straight again into turn 1. 5 laps remaining now for the leader, so half race distance. And you can tell this track is racing because no one can get past each other unless there's a mistake being made. But Chris Evans almost a 4 straight out in front. Absolutely behind him, the V29 entry of Ron Donaldson now screwing you away from the rest of the field. Brennan Jr. left to flounder a little behind him, but I tell you what, between this lead guy here at the moment and the 77 of Chris Evans and the second place driver in the 29 of Ron Donaldson, well, there's a world between these two guys.
I think Darryl Wright blinking away the tears in the knowledge that his team has just got belted. He's a long way further back than he would like. And Evans has taken the opportunity to ram it home with both hands. Donaldson locked down in second. The track is starting to dry out a little bit more now, so it'll be more predictable lines, and hopefully guys can make up a bit of ground. This is a mammoth win for Evans.
Let me tell you, I'm going to be so keen to see the time on this one. This is going to be super fast, and I warned you tonight that the lap and the track record of go tonight, and I've got to be honest with you, it could well be that race we've just seen, guys.
Well, Evans has won it convincingly. Donaldson will get in second. Brennan Jr. third, back to Owen Smith, Darryl Wright, and Bobby Ford to the back of his field. Chris Evans now moves to the top of the points chart with that win there. I don't think anyone would have expected that at the start of this weekend. Nonetheless, a sensational job. What about a big round of applause, Timmer Speedway? That was a sensational job from Chris Evans on a very, very racy speedway.
Quick recap on the lap times that is currently set as our records. Wade, 12:59 is the current lap record, and a 2:10.27 the 10 lap. And I bet you they're going to both go tonight. More Smash China on the floor.
I'll just looking at the right-hand side of Darryl Wright's car as it went past. Wouldn't surprise me if he's bent the Jacobs ladder or something, because the car smacked the wall really hard on that on the main straightaway there. And just watching the way it wasn't coming off the corner. I tell you, someone that we haven't seen just yet is Darren Hickman so far for tonight, as Harold Brennan limps past. Let's hope that Hickey got that oil line all sorted. Chris Evans just rolling up the oil transport crash.
0.84 that time for 10 laps, 2:10.84, just 6/10 off the record, and a 12.997 for Chris Evans during that race. Man, that track is fast.
And that's 4/10 off the lap record too.
That's crazy, isn't it?
So not took off like a scolded cat, mate.
Yeah, she was really handled well. I really like to thank all my Mildura fans that have come out to help us tonight, and all my crew and the kids and all that are helping us. Car feels really good, and hope for the best.
6/10 outside the track record, mate.
She was flying, mate. She was feeling beautiful.
You're getting around pretty sharp. How long have you been doing this gig for?
Oh, we used to race hot rods here years and years ago, and probably about 5 years in sprinters now, so...
Still enjoying it, obviously.
Loving it, yeah.
Don't give the keys to the kids yet, mate.
He's trying, the little fella's trying.
How long before he gets it, you reckon?
I've got a few years yet.
Get out of it, you little devil. Get out of it. Nice job, that's for sure. Real family team, the All Transport Industries All Transport Crash. Gulf Western Oils, number 77 of Chris Evans, as the Owen Pitt team just trying to help move things as well.
Into the grid. I think they're really listening that the times have been very, very fast in both the two in front of us, and no doubt this is going to be the same. And the likes of the 57 of Ian Smith, he'll be in the gun seat to try and get away from this pack as fast as he can. And the track, as good as it is, well, it's going to deliver the results tonight.
There'll be a lot of head scratching would have gone on down there between each heat race there, so hopefully these guys might be able to break the 10-lap record down here of 2:10.27. It's Ian Smith from Little River in Victoria who'll set the pace out of turn number 4. Stephen Bell on the outside of him. Heat 3 thanks to Hutchie's Motors.
We're on the green and we're away. And it's the 76. Away now, setting himself nicely as he tips into 3 and 4. Very fast indeed, Matt Noldy, absolutely on the hammer.
Well, our pole sitter's gone back to almost the wall of his field. He's back in in the Saxon Engineering 67. Andrew O'Rourke trying to hustle his way through in the eldest Telstra Countrywide, number 79. He's at the back of his field, but look at Cubby. There's the question. John doing a fantastic job up in second place, but Stephen Bell beginning to clear out.
Bell at this stage of the game probably doesn't want to get involved with any of what's going on for second and third at the moment. Asks the question again, pushes hard, able to get through. Bell is on a mission and he is well clear. And the next challenge to him will of course be the 98.
I can't bear it any longer. What's the question?
Is that a question? It's a statement.
That's a statement.
He's taking a mark off the end of it.
He's asking him the question again.
Get your gambit out of my road.
Can I again, Cobby rocketing back in on the right side. Hickman seems to have conquered his problems. He battles with the robot Caribbean Smith, but there's trouble for BGO Rush. Albeit O'Rourke in the Elder 79 car. That motor sounds like it has some big problems, guys.
The heavy gravel car not looking the good at the moment. The 76 though of Stephen Bell, man, is on a mission. Have a look at him. And I can tell you he's just dropped at 12.75 that time around. He's on the back solo. Geez, good to watch, isn't he? Awesome. Beautiful like he's back at Waterville. There's the white one to grab it for him. Stephen Bell, man on a mission. Ladies and gentlemen, follow him on his last lap. As he couldn't believe the green turn, sits Saber home now. This is the finish of it. Check it on the flag. Check it on the end of it. And that's the end of it. Nice run for the Stephen Bell entry. Like to see the times on this match.
I still think David Ray should have a pair of pants with one leg that's white and one leg that's checker. And he should do the hokey pokey depending on which lap it is.
Covered it all.
Well, track record for you, Belly.
Oh, that's good, Wade, because honestly this year we've been up and down like a yo-yo. I know I say it every year probably, but yeah, we've just changed shocks to an old pro shock like everyone else uses, and the car feels like it did 2 or 3 years ago. It's just a good old car.
So don't mess with it.
Don't fix it if it ain't broken.
Pretty well. How's the track at the moment?
Track's really good. If they throw the keys away to the water cart and hide the grader, it's just getting wide enough now. The bottom's still pretty fast. It's definitely the spot to run, but the way the cushion's building up, and if they don't make the cars pack it down so it goes down dusty, if they leave those big clumps, just let them form up and create a bit of a berm, I reckon it'll be an awesome track.
They don't get a big head or anything, but gee, you look good out there, man.
Oh, come on, Wade, you know me better than that.
He looked really smooth. He's got a little hook. Billy's got these little intricacies I love. He's got a little hook just off the rock screen, a little piece of wire that he's bent out so he can hang his helmet there when he falls up. He's a classic, Billy.
The whole season, including the sprint cars.
The World Series sprint cars one's in there too.
Absolutely. $200 worth. Tickets $1 each or 3 for $2. And they're available down at the souvenir van, okay? The tickets for that available down at the souvenir van. What you want to do is duck down and grab yourself a handful of them while you got a chance through the night tonight, because someone's going home with a handful of DVDs from the whole season. And let me be honest with you, a brilliant win if you get it.
And you could add it to, if you need to, you could add it to a copy of the Fremantle's Port Power game that Matt Nolte no longer requires.
I just worked out, gentlemen, I use the word loosely, why the idiocy levels have gone up today. Just look to the left of turn 4 up in the sky there.
If you reckon the moon's got anything to do with this, Nolte,
I'm trying.
Okay, guys, quickly down in the pits with Brett Milburn. Brett, great heat, last heat out. How's the track holding up for you tonight?
Yeah, look, the track's good. The track's hooky as you can see. It's fast. And the cars are running wide open, so hopefully later on it gets a bit too lane, or we dust the bottom away a bit and we turn this into a real good racetrack and put on a real good feature race.
All right, excellent. We'll just go back to commentary for this heat and we'll come back down to the pits after.
Yeah, Kristen, grab Darryl Wright if you get a chance. See if there's anything wrong with his car.
Darryl Wright, no worries. On to that.
Ta-da.
Thank you.
Well, Matt.
It's heat 1 the Morello Earth Movie AMCA Nationals.
Here we go, and we're into it.
I'm just wondering which one of us is called quickly, because Kristen starts every sentence with just quickly.
The back of that certainly ain't looking too good, Matt.
Yes, look at this mobile smoke screen from one of the cars we watch him come out of turn number 4. It is Ricky Moran that leads them. John Stewart in car 11 is second.
And the 79 behind him of Stuart Grant Campbell, I think.
And that is getting progressively worse, as we can see. And he's also tagged a couple of cars. Could that be the car of Hartman down the back straight? I can't tell. He's doing a 360 on his own.
And we're still green. That's the good news. Still green. It's going to change, I get the feeling.
There's Trevor Thierry going past us in car number 6. The man is creating this smoke screen around Timmis, as we have gone yellow, as Wade Ornger has said. Exit of turn number 2. Can't see because of the smoke screen. I'm not sure if you can see down there either way.
It's the 4 car.
That'll be Darren Power, who's out of power at the moment by the look of things.
Now, is it Darren Power's speed car, Darren Power?
Not presuming, but yes, I'd say so.
Well, that's not looking good down there, Matt.
So he's the 6 pulls in, and man, it is seriously smoking down there.
That is not a good look.
Oh. Ricky Moran gets back underway.
Ricky who?
Ricky Barron.
You just want another slap, that's all.
Discipline me, please. Oh, yeah, right.
Barron has cleared out in turn number 4, looking for someone to be a hero and come from deeper in the pack, and the only one I can think will do that with that number 3 car, the 42 on the tail, and the 3 on the roof as they make their way back. That's Ellis, if I remember correctly.
Scotty Ellis, correct.
Scotty Ellis coming up into 5th place now. Big bunch in front of him. A bit of a tap-taparoo from the tail then. Sends the 11 car just out of shape long enough. And look at Ellis through into 4th place. And paint me to top 3.
Stuart Grant Campbell, it is in the V79 entry there in the green, doing his utmost to try and get past. But at this stage of the game, ain't looking like it's going to happen because he's there. The next 2 guys behind him are going to have to pick themselves out of the scrap and try to get past him. But as we've put it to you once before, the Carados won.
We did say
Barron
scrap,
well away. Absolutely.
Just checking. Oh, it's through again. He's good, this boy.
He's good, all right.
He's almost as quick as Pierre. Oh, nearly contact out of turn number 2 then. Bit of a payback, but Barron has got them just gapped at the moment with 3 gambits remaining.
He's set nicely at the moment, there's no doubt about that. And it is the number...
Contact on the main straight.
Rattling through.
Gee, Crimmon's got a good run. Uh-oh.
There's one that's gone around.
Gone. And we'll go yellow here at Darlington. Don't you hate the way they steal all the yellows? And then miraculously fire back into life when the yellows come on. Well, Barron to be filthy about that, but Ellis to be wrapped.
Tell you what, whatever that was that came out of Theory's car down there, it smells hotter than the tamales you were eating last night.
Yeah, that was still hanging around, isn't it?
Oh, boy, that is hot.
Where did you dine last night, Matt? Was it the Drag Race Cafe?
With it.
Chicken rissoles.
Oh, yeah.
Hey, look at Ellis. I wonder if he's got anything for Ricky here. This will be good. We've got 3 laps to decide it. Let's have a look if the green cool core number 3 can have a crack at the number 1. Here we go out of turn 2.
Harris ain't losing touch with him. Barron at this stage of the game still in front, but only just. Harris on the move now underneath him. Side by side as they come out of 4 and they start heading into 1 and 2. Harris at this stage of the game's turned to heat up on the pressure cooker, Matt Nolte, with the white coming out very shortly with 1 to travel. Good battle going on for 3rd and 4th, a little further down the field as well.
Good race.
Barron at this stage of the game, though, sitting high and looking low and underneath him. Possibly Gavin Harris. Harris turns the heat up. 1 to travel in, 1 and 2 looking good, and 3 and 4, nice battle also. Matt Nolte going along there. Albeit it looks like it's sorting itself out one way or another. And here's the last ditch effort. Oh! I'll tell you what, separate that with the Gillette.
I'm on the line, and I say dead heat. All right, Ricky, pull in. We'll get them both.
That'll do it.
Hold it right there.
We'll get your results for you shortly, Wade.
No worries, boys. What do you reckon, mate? You reckon you got it or what?
It was damn close.
It was damn close. We're just trying to work out what's going to happen with it, but you had to be happy.
Well, you got to stay from rear field and catching the front. That's all right.
Absolutely, mate. Good luck. We'll find out what the officials are and let you know.
No worries. Thanks very much.
Now we'll drift back this way to a bloke that we think may have won it. Ricky's got the most awesome lamb chops, man. He's really got them working. What do you reckon? Do you reckon he won that deal or not?
Yeah, I reckon I did.
So did he. No. Not you.
I thought that.
What do you reckon?
Yeah, I got him.
Well, we'll wait and see with the information as it comes through, guys.
Not yet. Matt's still dealing with it.
Still no information through. Anyway, the track is nice.
Yeah, very hooky. It hasn't actually dried out as much as I thought it might have, so we're running a little bit tight in that one.
The official word, Wado.
Official word?
Ricky.
Ricky, you get the win.
Thank you.
Just, but it's enough. So well done, Ricky Barron. He gets the win.
And you ready for what you got him? New one lap record too.
New 1 lap record, Ricky! Sorry, mate, he missed that one.
Oh, there you go. There's the second one gone for the night.
The lunacy continues.
Just quickly, guys, Mark Lincoln out in this heat, just talking to him down on the dummy grid, actually did a gearbox on Friday night.
Oh, that's what the whole concept was based on. Back then they had a claim engine rule that was in process as well, where you could effectively claim your rival's motor for $500. don't think anybody wants to try that anymore. We get set to go green here at the Edge Hotel Motel, Timmer Speedway, and we are away into turn 1 and 2.
We'll have a look at your tail enders as Sandy Hickman and Nayland there at this stage of the game. Going to have to pick their way through the traffic pretty tightly, and Nayland has to succumb a little to Hickman. That's the tail end of the field. Let's get to the front end of the field and find out exactly what's going down there. And it is the S9 entry there, of course, of Mick Brougham at this stage of the game. Matt, and it looks like he's doing the dice nicely.
He's doing very well. In fact, Luke Raymond in car number 50 is doing an equal job. It's only his first season in the AMCA Nationals, but he is up in second place now, and they're starting to pull away from former Australian champion Michael Miller in the NZ Cooler Cab number 36 as they're down to turn 1 and 2 with 7.5 laps remaining on the back straightaway.
Obviously, Paris Charles has got a few moments in between serving peaches. He's sending me all the background information on Matty Eagle just being SMS through just then, so I'll have a meat lovers. Thanks, Paris. Keep on working. Nayland working hard on that left rear. Can't quite get through. Our race leaders open up a buffer. This is a very American-looking race car, this thing, the Sundown number 9. Beautifully turned out as laying right over the right rear and getting it done. Miller is the danger man, I think, here in third.
He's the mover, there's no doubt about it. And he has definitely got his eyes set on second place, and then he wants to set sail for first. And here's the challenge coming into 3 and 4 now, Matt. Have a look at it. Miller is on the gas. Doesn't want to succumb to this guy, and looks like he's found it. Now he's off for the number 1 place, and that's the number 9 car at this stage of the game of Brougham.
And also, I'll tell you this, he's got plenty of time to catch down race leader Mick Brougham. So it's SA 1, 2 and 3 out there as they're on the back straight in toward turn 3 and 4. You can see Mick Brougham out in front, but he's got Michael Miller beginning to close. Luke Raymond hasn't faded back like I thought he was. It's Lincoln back and forth.
Great looking car, got an excellent line. I don't think they're going to run him down. He moves past the Forbes Wilson Group box on the back straightaway. Big hello to Andrew Wilson and all the team from Forbes Wilson Group. Dave Ray has that white flag tucked under his sizable bicep before he decides to let it rip with 2 more laps left in this one. Before we get the white, that is. Lincoln drifts up a little high coming off turn number 2. And here comes your race leader. Just 2 gambits remaining.
Let me tell you, Matt, with 2 to go, and Miller pretty good. There's no way knowing. It looks like he's going to catch him as close as what he would like to be. They're just settling down now for what would be possibly the win. But you got to hand it to your lead driver, and Brougham, he got away and just kept going.
The track's just as racy as what we've seen for the 360 sprint cars before. No one can get past unless there is a mistake made. Mick Brougham now is on the last lap. Michael Miller second. Luke Raymond third. Back to Lincoln in 4th place as they're on the back straight for the last time past the Timmer Speedway Mildura side and into turn 3 and 4. Good drive from Mick Brougham, the Sundowner press number 9. He will take the win after 10 long gambits around Timmer Speedway. He wins. Michael Miller is second. Luke Raymond third. Back to Lincoln in 4th place. Mick Brougham, boys, that was a sensational run. The track is super fast still. 2.13 for that's a lap record as well.
Yeah, the Pick Your Part Wreckers All Pack Signs Torco Sundown Protection Service entry. We'll just try and get the window net off if we can. Ah, there we go. That's a better way of doing it. Congratulations, matey. Excellent drive, track record.
Oh, you're joking. Geez, I made a mistake there with a couple of laps to go. I didn't think we were going that quick.
Well, imagine how much better it could have been if you hadn't blown that one.
Tell me about it. The Mildura turn on a great track every year, and we love coming to this place, and especially up against the Vicks. It's always really challenging.
Mick, the car looks very American. It's got a real late model sort of body styling about it. Was that by design?
Yeah, I like the late model stuff, and since Mick took over, he sort of let us use our imagination with body styles, and yeah, we come up with this.
Wave to everybody over there on internet land. Congratulations, that's a new track record holder right there. Good job, boys.
And he's Wade 1/100th off the lap record too.
Well, fair enough. You almost got the lap record as well. Nice job. The car looks sweet too. It has that real American look about it. Got a big barbed wire through the number 9.
Speaking of America, Wade, you'll be very interested to hear this. Now, because we're going out to sprintcarworld.com.au all across the world, we've just had a message from Vince in Missouri, USA, who's watching the webcast here today. So, g'day, Vince. Hope you're enjoying all the action. And also to Ledge, who's listening in Australia as well. So, how's that? All the way across in America.
Missouri, the home of the dude, Denny Lasowski, and also Brian Brown. I got to say, just really quickly on a sad note, the passing this weekend of Danny Smith's lovely wife. She passed away due to cancer this weekend, and I know that that Danny would be absolutely wrecked. He lost his dad not so long. Blokes of the sport. So to Danny Smith and all of his family this weekend, we're thinking of you.
Waiting now for them to load up and be released. I'll tell you what, the AMCA racing here tonight and Friday has been sensational so far. We're still a long way out from the finish of it tonight.
Come on, Johnny McKay. He's on the pole, is he not?
Here we go, and we're away on racing. Well, I'll tell you what, Matt Nolte, looking at that, there's a nice tight grid of cars going out of turns 1 and 2. A couple are heading out to the front.
Oh, yeah.
Where was that going?
Bit of contact on the back straight away there. Fair bump, play on.
Moment there, I thought we had a dog leg in the middle of the back straight there as Johnny McKay has fallen back into second place. Brian Chadwick, after Gremlins, aboard the number 41 Just Commodore Spares entry, sitting back in fourth at the moment but losing ground. It's the 30 car Paul Clark at the moment, Matt, that's got the upper hand at the moment. Some good battles raging here for second and third at the moment. The 27 from Victoria going down the inside. That's Chris Best doing a great job under the inside of Johnny McKay. Good battle on the back straight as they go side by side down towards turn number 3.
Pretty sure it was Chris Best last night. He had the the night before, rampaging family fan club underneath the PA box. They were going crazy for him. He's done a nice job. He's up to second place. Good little battle too for 4th, 5th, 6th and 7th at this particular juncture.
Absolutely. Certainly the racing are plenty in the AMCAs tonight, and we've seen it already tonight a number of occasions. These guys are just going to keep performing for us as they go, and you couldn't get any tighter than that for 4th, 5th and 6th and 7th, man.
I don't know, have you seen Nolte at the bar lately? You wouldn't get much tighter than that. Look at this 24 car. Oh!
It's on.
Well, the 41 car of Chadwick went around. The guys had nowhere to go. The black fan club banner hangs in shame. Poor old Chaddo stepped it around, and that was all it took. And off heads the Domino's Appreciation Committee. They get a chance to chat with Darryl Wright yet at all?
Not yet. I've actually been down there. We've got O'Rourke, the O'Rourke team assessing spark plugs.
Oh, yes.
We've also got Harold was fixing the front wing. Had a bit of a word to Brett Milburn. He's quite happy with how his first heat went, of course, with the win.
Did Andrew O'Rourke bring the second spark plug like he planned to? Or
there was actually 3 or 4 sitting up on the toolbox, so yeah, there may be some interesting decisions there.
Unfortunately, there's some damage down here for the 35 car, and that is a shame because, man, it's a great-looking car. We're just waiting for the helmet to come off. I think we've got a bit of time before.
Yeah, you got a little bit. Yep, go for it quickly.
Bad luck, bud.
Yeah, ran a bit of trouble there. A guy spun in front of me, just had nowhere to go.
Man, the car looks really American. You've obviously sort of studied a bit of late model geometry because the thing looks wild.
Yeah, that's sort of where we got all the idea for the body from, just all the US late models and that.
Good stuff, mate. You going to get the thing fixed?
Yeah, shouldn't be a problem.
Excellent. That's what we like to see. Hopefully he gets it fixed. There you go, Vince. For you, mate, Missouri. So set to go restart the number 30 car. Has Nolte recovered yet?
No, not quite.
I looked over, I was driving down Eat Street last night. I happened to glance over at the Mildura Brewery pub.
There it was.
And it was covering up most of the entranceway.
Honeyweed, yeah. That's not bad, isn't it?
Oh.
That's one of the Matt Man's favourites, actually.
Like angels dancing on your tongue. Boys, we have 5 gambits. That's 5 remaining. We'll explain it to Vince from Missouri later on.
So the 30 car leads them down into 1 on the resumption.
Paul Clark it is.
He's doing a good job out in front. Johnny McKay further back. He's in 3rd place at the moment. Michael French is on the outside.
Frenchie!
Yes. He's back in the mix. As I say, he goes backwards 2 positions, and Brian Chadwick almost takes the number 3 car out as they hit the front straight away. 4 gambits to go.
Come on, Johnny McKay. 3.5 to go.
Clark at this stage of the game leading and tips it into 3 and 4 and still looks reasonably strong in that first place position. Having said that, though, the pressure cooker's on him. Car number 27 at this stage of the game doing nicely is Chris Best, and I'll tell you what, I reckon Best is going to get him. Best is creeping up and hanging on the back for dear life. 3 to travel in this one. I reckon Clark's got his time numbered.
Oh, poor old Bestie. What did he do to deserve that? Here we go, rolling out back in the field. They're spraying all over the place, Chatty being one of them. We have 1 gambit and a gam remaining. That's the equivalent to 1.5 laps. And here comes McKay back, but Well, I don't know. I don't think you're going to catch this guy in front, Johnny C.
Right, he's done the job. A rough sounding car going past us there too. I picked up, don't know who it is, but on the last lap,
Nostradamus contract.
Here he comes. Look out, and underneath him is where he'll nail it.
Oh,
yeah! I like me racing tight.
He's not crashing you, Cole. He's rubbing you. And rubbing is racing.
So we're waiting for you to kick all the panels in, are we?
Well, it was a good race.
Outrageous. You got to hand it to Best, though. He tried his best. He gave it his best shot, didn't he?
You know what's frightening is this commentary and this racing and stuff is probably the first experience that Vince from Missouri has had with Australian Speedway racing. And he's going to think he stumbled onto something like Bill and Ted's BogusJourney.com or something like that. Front end looks like a little bit.
Someone wants Dalty to sing a song. Can you believe that?
Well, that's just a 310ers perhaps.
Paul Clark.
3.5ers.
The Carrion Automotive Repairs and Tilt Trade Towing Phase Hair Formation, number 30. Got the American races on. Just waiting for him to drop the net down. Nice job, buddy.
Yeah, I think we're lucky something let go there on the second last lap, so we'll have to see what happened there. But yeah, it's good to have a win after Friday night anyway.
Mate, Bestie made you work for it in the last corner?
Yeah, Chris is always good fun to race against.
How's the racetrack at the moment?
Yeah, quick. It's good, actually. It's a bit loose up this end, but that might be the car. I don't know.
A lot of folks on the internet back home watching that very camera right there. You want to thank some sponsors?
Yeah, I thank Carrion Automotive and Tilt Trade Towing and Alan Byrne Signs. Yeah.
Don't forget...
Face Air Formation, thanks, yeah.
Good job, buddy.
Good on you.
Yes, nice job. Good looking car too, the number 30 car. So the AMCA Nationals, he stalled. Got a bit nervous thinking of all the folks from Missouri tuned in watching, and unfortunately stalled it on the way out. See this. I don't know what they're doing down there in Australia where they're off the hook. We're green.
But the P&M earth-moving car of Mick Clark gets to the front, and if anything like...
Oh, look out!
No, Halicus. That's Ange Halicus.
That was as subtle as an Auto Pro TV commercial. That one, he just drove her in there. And we're yellow.
I think his classic line is, "I'm here, where are you?"
Get out of the way. Viewing area as the lead cars come past towards your right, folks. Here we go. 1, 2, 3. Up we go.
Oh, well done.
Hey, they're all 3/4 hammered. That's good. They'll work good for later, that's for sure.
More like low tide down there.
Clark is doing a nice job.
I'll tell you what.
Here comes Wallace. Look at Wallace from 5th to 2nd. Uh-oh, Edge has been attacked again. Honestly,
he's not called the gambler for nothing.
He's like trying to charge through a wrecking yard on the weekend with a lamb chop tied to your neck. A poor bloke has been hit from every corner. Up high out of turn number 4 with 8 remaining is the swoopy AMCA. It's a great looking car. Wallace in the 2nd spot. It's the 45 car back in 3rd.
One infield there. We'll get a number off that shortly. Lead car, though, Mick Clark, the Australian number 2, making it look as though he's got it, but I think this guy here's got something to argue with him, and that's the...
I reckon Wallace is going to get him.
Wallace is gobbling him up at a great rate. Coming into 3 and 4, 7 to travel, long way to travel yet. Have a look at this, Wallace down low, Clark up high, Clark still holding it, not by a lot, though, by the width of a trico.
Oh, look at that. I don't think our leader needs to leave a gap open again that big. Could be in all sorts of trouble.
Clark's got him by the thickness of a trico wiper blade at the moment. Not a lot more in it than that.
Look at this.
Here comes Wallace. He's on the charge. Wallace getting underneath him. Let's have a look at 3 and 4. They set themselves up for this one. Clark's going to get the wake-up call here shortly.
Yes, I think you're right, mate. I think now he knows he'll stay down a bit lower. Wallace had one chance for the surprise attack, and now he's given away his track position. And look at that. The leader is now down the bottom side of the racetrack.
Have a look at the distance between those two guys that remain of the field, though, Wade. A long way off. This is how it comes, simply because they're pushing themselves to the limit here, Matt. It's a
Great battle out in front. Is it Wallace and the leading car of Clark have certainly pulled away, but look at third and fourth starting to ignite between Stewie Pope and Dennis Miller. Back to Angelicus in the Auto Pro 86 as the 79 of Grant Campbell pulls to the infield. He did pull infield once and come back out as Steve Chapman going past all but last in this event as the leaders reel off another lap.
2 to go. As our leaders are coming up on slower traffic now, and let's hope this doesn't detract from the racing. It's an unfortunate part of it. Clark tackles him first, goes around the outside. Wallace now looks as though he's going to do the same.
He got held up! He got held up!
Look at this!
Well, he made up for it. He held up the leader, so he drilled the guy in second. It's only fair.
That's a classic example of hopping into the front, literally, as he did.
So Adam Wallace now the race leader in car number 71 after that altercation on the last lap. Wallace will win that. After the car of Qualman became the meat in the AMCA National Sandwich, Clark will finish in second. Back to Dennis Miller, who end up getting past Stewie Pope in the closing stages. Angelicus finishes back behind him.
Imagine passing Pope on Easter.
Yeah, what was he thinking?
I'll come to the race winner because he's got down the left rear. Be a good boy then.
Yeah, a bit of an inquiry flag.
What was the word?
Just to stay in a single file when the restarts are happening.
Okay. You got the win. You must have been thrilled to see the lap car slow up your leader.
Oh yeah, I think that was a bit of luck there. It was pretty tough chasing down Mick Clark, but I think the luck was on my side then.
You've cut down the left rear tyre, but you know that.
Oh, okay, thank you.
Tell him, hey, Wade, while you got him, tell him he's got the new lap record, 1 lap record as well.
You got the new 1 lap record out of all that as well.
Oh, cool.
16.98.
We've been up here since Friday and we've had a good weekend, and that's just going to tip it off, I think.
Mate, you'll get a new tyre on this left rear and she'll be right. You got a few sponsors you want to thank. The internet's live over there.
Yeah, no, I would like to thank Corelli Racing Products, Panther Chassis, Australian Racing Products, U-Ripper, Curtain Repairs, Max Hobby Link, and Balan Wreckers, and my engine builder, Phil Howe.
Good job, buddy. I think you pretty well got everybody out of all that, and the Geelong Bridgestone people.
Racing's for Heat 3D. First home, the 71 entry. Behind them, the 48, of course, of Mick Clark. And car number 4, the entry belonging to Power. A new 1 lap record, a 16.98. Race time, a 2:53.66. 2:53.66. And that tidies up. Race number.
Gambit's ahead of them. We've got a few people online by now, do we, folks?
We're going for 8 laps with the mini sprinters by the look of it, with 8 on the board at the moment.
I'm just sitting behind a slight obstruction there. Looks like 6 from here. You want to go with 6?
We'll go with 8.
I'm in the car stereo now. The all phone express car now has the stereo cranking, and I'm listening to you. You're sounding magnificent.
Car number 81 of the lead at the moment. This is the Gavin Nicol car going along beautifully tonight in the Hames paint-sponsored car. Behind them, the 35 entry belonging to none other than Barry Mills. Something just went up in smoke in a big way in the 4th place car there. That's car number 68, the entry of Stuart Ferguson. Doesn't look like it's slowed its pace, but I've got to be honest with you, I don't know how long it's going to last like that. As we pick up the front runners again, though, Barry Mills dropping considerably back through the field now. 3rd place at this stage of the game, coming from the smoking engine himself, the 68 of Stuart Ferguson.
Oh, look at that little battle going on for the miners behind him, though.
Absolutely, they're going in at hammer and tong. Chris Keir at the end of the field there, but our lead driver still is that 81 car of Gavin Nicol. The 37 entry behind him is the Jason Andriatta entry, and Andriatta at this stage of the game has the Stuart Ferguson 68 car all over him.
Andriatta's a very famous racing name from an American standpoint. Was it Mike Andriatta? That's testing the trivia a bit there, isn't it?
Certainly is, as we watch our cars wandering their way through. Tell you what, a lot of battle going on, a lot of heat in that battle between those cars for 2nd and 3rd weight at the moment.
It's good racing.
It is sensational racing out of our mini sprinters tonight. It is the 68 entry, though, of Stuart Ferguson that has the upper hand on Adriatta at the moment. Mills for 4th. A little bit further down the field, we find the 7 of Derek Ramsey, which is Domaine's son there and amongst it and going nicely.
Yeah, they're busy, the Ramsey family, aren't they? Plenty of racing on this weekend between Domain Sprintcar stuff, the motocross,
the race and Ramses.
And now this.
Down to 1 lap to travel now. Our lead driver, which of course is still the 81 entry of Gavin Nicol.
Didn't take him long to get through this, did it? They really ripped and bust.
Settled it out nicely. There's a win to Nicol. Behind him, the 68 of Ferguson. A little further back, we find the 37 Andriana behind there. And I'll tell you what, brilliant little race. I'll be interested to see what the times are for that. Mini sprinters. First home, the 81 entry of Gavin Nicol. Second home, the 68 of Stuart Ferguson. Third home, the 37 of Jason Andriana. Have a quick look at the fastest lap time, a 16:06. The 16:06 is about a tenth of a second off lap time. Single lap time, and a 2:10.84. 2:10.84, so they're only about a second off the 8-lap record time too. So pretty good race for those guys.
For a start, this is going to be a good one. Reed has got some work to do. I reckon Vanderstel could get a track record here, guys. There you go. This could be my prediction.
So Vanderstel leads him through turn 1 of his 10-lap heat 4 tonight, the Nationals. Down towards turn 3 and 4. Passing move down the inside. The position 2 is Brett Melbourne. He's gone down the inside of Ben Reed. Troy Little also down the inside. So he now begins the chase after Brett Melbourne in car number 68. Look at the drive. Little gets off the back straight. He's now up in the second place and looking to run down our leader, Craig Vanderstel. On the back straight now, Vanderstel clearing away now, but Troy Little certainly has car pace. He's cleared away from Brett Melbourne and Gary Chippendall. At this stage, they're back in third and fourth. Chippendall now goes down the inside of Brett Melbourne. That's for third place. So Chipper is on the passing move. You can certainly see the track is super fast. Look at Troy Little. He's visually starting to pull in the leader, Craig Vanderstel.
Vanderstel at this stage of the game still has the gas guarded up right in hard. Have a look at the traffic backfield a little as they clash with wheels coming into turn 3 and 4 now. And the heat coming off those brakes now, really looking the goods.
They are just about on fire, John. You've spotted in one. Look at the sparks now. I think they're actually jammed on. I don't think he's trying to run them that hard. And there's going to be a big problem here. It's under the tank. It's the seat is starting to get hot. I can see the seat starting to glow. This is big problems here for Reed. They might want to stop him here and consider throwing the yellows.
Absolutely, the heat in the back of that car is getting hotter and hotter. I'd be putting a yellow into that if it was me out there myself. That is really starting to dust up and fall to bits now, guys.
Now, John, I know they have brakes that are designed to run very hot, but these aren't the ones.
That's ridiculous.
Meantime, Craig Vanderstel still leading. He's coming up to high in the back of Domain Ramsey in car number 20. He's on the last lap. Troy Little still in second. Gary Chippendall in third. Brett Melbourne fourth. And on fire, Ben Reed coming out of turn 4. That glowing number 20 from the ACT as the leader, Vanderstel. He's taken this one.
I'll tell you what, Wade, we want to make sure that those crash crew are ready to hit that car when it pulls up.
Gee, they won't want to pick it to random scale, this one. Was that a track record? I reckon Vanderstel had to be close to it.
Did you see the front wing of Chippendall's car there, Matt Nolte? The whole thing was actually loose and floating around, and to probably even finish with it the way it was a sensation in itself.
Matt was having trouble seeing through the vapour coming off his soup, I think.
Yes, ladies and gentlemen, that is a new 10-lap record.
Who said that?
You did.
And when did I say it?
And did we disagree with you, though?
Before the race even started. Thank you very much. And the lotto numbers are 7, 26, 39, and the supplementary 42.
Any correspondence? Send it straight to Wade.
Yes, all right.
It's 209.58. 209.58 and a 12.71 for Troy Little during that race.
Just hang on a second, Matt. I'll just throw another plate on the floor.
So what did he take off Belly's record then?
Let me have a quick look.
It's well over a second in fact.
Easy.
Congratulations, new track record, a second off Belly's time.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
Yeah, Belly will be pretty filthy about it.
Yeah, no, the car's sitting pretty nice tonight. Boys have done a great job again. So, yeah, it's all looking good.
Now, is the brother still in Yugoslavia or something, or has he actually returned home to do some work and watching the internet coverage?
No, he's off partying somewhere. I think he was going
don't know where he's going. He's going somewhere holidaying for the Easter weekend. So
some girl called Helga.
Yeah, something like that.
Track is nice.
Track's good. It's just starting to. I just tried the top after the checkered flag, so there's a top and a bottom there. So we're in for some good racing.
Last night you went out and watched a bit of arena cross. We were pretty impressed with the way Domain was getting around.
Yeah, I was actually surprised. Domain was getting around really good. He was putting in a good show. So yeah, that's tough. I've got a dirt bike at home, and there's no way in hell I could do that.
Well done, matey. We'll talk to you later on.
Thanks, Wade.
Right behind him is Troy Little. See if we can't grab Troy for a second as he rolls off the scales here. Just checking he gets the all clear first. It's probably close. Knowing Bill Roberts, he's had this thing absolutely trimmed down. There comes Troy now, just rolling past us, the best Hino. Was that close? You look a bit worried.
About a pound overweight.
Really? Only just?
We've got a good crew chief. He's pretty good with the weight in the fuel and the rest of it. Got to thank Harold Brennan while I got the chance. He owns his engine in this car, and I've got to thank my crew chief, Billy Roberts, because he's doing a wonderful job. In that first heat race, we're struggling terribly, but he puts a great car together for me every week, whether it be Parramatta, anywhere in Australia, anywhere we go. It's great. Got to thank Telstra Wide for supporting this meeting, all the fans for braving the cold and coming out, and the rest of my crew doing a great job, and my family as well. Thank you.
I think you're pretty well covered, mate. Nice job, Troy. Now, if you remember from the breakfast the other morning, Matt, Bill was promising us that they'd be doing something radical with the car, something special to try something different. So I wonder what they've got in the top field car that's always at the pointy end of the field, and with a smart bloke like Darren Morgan behind the wheel and behind the spanners, you could be a winner with that man, no doubt about it. Let's go green, boys. Time for the Telstra Countrywide Elders M2K.
Good start for Brennan Jr. down to turn one, almost a clash of wheels, but look at Darryl Wright going around the outside of Harold Brennan Jr. on the back stretch. Almost in Betsy.
Oh my goodness.
Got out. Unfortunate though for HBJ. Has gone upside down. Darryl Wright. Wow.
Darryl keeps the car going.
Look at the size of the hole he's pulled out of that track.
Almost in Betsy.
Oh my goodness.
Got out. Unfortunate though for HBJ. Has gone upside down. Darryl Wright. Wow.
Darryl keeps the car going.
Look at the size of the hole he's pulled out of that track up there, Matt Noldy.
That was amazing. I thought Wright was gone for all money, then HBJ.
It's a good chance for you to thank them right now in front of this great crowd.
Yeah, I'd like to thank Mum, Dad and grandparents up on the bank for supporting me, getting me out here every race meet. All the Timmins boys and that for helping us get the Woodstock on the car, and hopefully we can scrounge something up to come out and try and run the BMA.
Yeah, I hope you're right, matey. If you look down here too, we've got the cameras down here, you can see this is where it all ended up. This is the drag marks from some of the chassis rails and stuff as the car's just been cleared up, as the Domino's Appreciation Club just surround me here. I'm feeling a little bit daunted here. I haven't got the yellow bread, haven't got anything in my pockets yet. Stuff is not here yet, fellas. Don't take me.
Didn't know we're into boys in shorts, but never mind. Chris Evans jumps it nicely down into turn one. Ronnie Donaldson up into second. To no one's surprise, we go yellow. Go! Surprise, we go yellow. Go!
Oh, whoa! Forbesy!
He ran right up him.
Just ran over Donaldson's right rear. Let's hope it hasn't cut it down.
Is that
wrong?
To answer your question, yes, I am.
Look at Righty. Oh, there's too much information there. Here we go. Well, Righty, like the hares on Nolte, parks them down the middle as they come off turn number 2. Look at Darryl Wright making some ground. The high line. Whoa! Look at this. Look at the speed he carries off turn number 4. Darryl Wright in the third. 8.5 to go.
Possessed man as they get mobile into the turn again, but our lead driver at the moment is the 77 of Chris Evans at the moment, who's well and truly clear of him.
Is he going to catch Chris though, John? What do you think?
Oh, I don't think so.
How good is he going though? He's won every heat he's been in so far this weekend, and Righty has certainly got plenty of time to catch up. 7.5 laps remaining as they hit the back straight.
Passionate man about sprint cars, no doubt about that. Evans looking very good. Sometimes I think that Wright's going to make ground on him, and other times Chris is just too smooth. Out of turn number 2 they come, past the Forbes Wilson Group corporate box. 5.5 to run. Forbes Mack in third, Donaldson in fourth. 5 to run. Chris Evans is too smooth.
I don't think Darryl Wright can answer to this. It's Bob Forbes behind him and Ron Donaldson and fourth position. That is the last car in the field as Chris Evans drills off another lap in the All Transport Crash Gulf Western Oils number 77. Darryl Wright is trying. Look at the sparks fly of Chris Evans through turn 1 and 2. He's not going to be able to be caught by Darryl Wright. There's no question about that. Wright is certainly trying, but Chris Evans just too smooth.
Chris Evans, I think, has eaten all the right coloured Smarties this weekend. There's no doubt about that, and it's payday for him at this stage.
All I can hope for is that they randomly scale the 28 so I can remind Darryl Wright about the footy. Because right now, Chris Evans has got it well and truly in his keeping. Very smooth drive. We only got, 1.25 to go, and the red mark rocket. It's all too easy.
There's the white, one to travel on the 77.
Darryl seems to have lost a bit of the speed that he had earlier in the race.
Evans settling back nicely now with the checkered flag coming to the fore. Matt Nolte.
Checkered flag is out. Well done, Chris Evans.
Yeah, Wright began to back off the throttle there with 1 lap remaining and settled for second place, but take nothing away from Chris Evans. What a sensational weekend the man from Renmark is having aboard the number 77 All Transport Crash entry. Very, very solid effort indeed. He's up on top of the points chart and looking very good for the M2K for 2006. He takes the win. Darryl Wright gets in for second, and Bob Forbes finishes in third in car number 27 from Victoria, just waiting for the time to come through. A 2:13.42, 2:13.42 for the winner, Chris Evans. He's at the weighbridge.
Just waiting on the all clear for him. How's that? Troy Little's car only 1 pound over. This is 2 from 2. This is getting to be an annoying habit.
Yeah, can't believe me luck.
Are you smooth as?
It's beautiful. The car's just really, really good tonight. Everyone that's helped me has really put in well, and the car's just set beautiful.
Yeah, it seems to be running around there like a rail.
It is, and I've got the old kids on me tail. If I don't do any good, Daniel and Lucy are going to jump in, so I've got to watch out.
Well, mate, Darryl Wright tried to run you down and just couldn't do it, so you've got a few answers to the kids so far, the way I see it.
I think I've got a good argument when I get back there.
Mate, I'm on your side for the moment, all right? Doing a good job.
Thank you very much.
Good job, Chris Evans, and that beautifully turned out. All Transport Industries, number 77, and Bobby Forbes coming in on the random scale side of things in the Forbes Auto Centre, number 27. As we edge closer and closer, the edge, of course.
And good to see a new Australian 360 Cubic its champion racing in the final heat tonight. Down to turn 1, Daryl Guerin has got Darren Hickman hard on the hammers.
That was as predictable as today's Fremantle Dockers Sport Power game. He jumped on it early and unfortunately paid the price. So the fickle finger of fate will be beckoned in his direction right now and say, mate, don't get on the gas too early. Matt Nolte, please report to the souvenir shop. Matt Nolte, please report to the souvenir shop.
Busy boy tonight, aren't I? Good start now, down towards turn 1. Hickman this time hits the early jump on Daryl Guerin through turns 1 and 2. Then Reed up the third and plenty of speed. He's leaving Cheese Cobby back in 4th place as they round the Woodstock bend at the end of lap number 1. Hickman out in front.
Hickman's the man that currently holds it and gets away beautifully. Guerin now having to do the chasing, and it was slightly reversed last time out, but certainly Hickman now in front. Matt Nolte's going to be very hard to peg back. He definitely knows the track well.
Yeah, he's starting to clear out on Daryl Guerin down towards turn 1. Ben Reed, the surprise package in. As they go to the back straight away. It's Guerin still in second, down towards turn number 3 this time, out of the final set of turns. It's Hickman doing a great job.
76 there of Bell is over the game.
Just that bloke Stephen Bell. I thought he would have attacked Guerin by now and driven past him, but Guerin has obviously got a good head of steam up here, guys. They're nowhere near catching him. And Cobby is having to work on Bell. Here they come now. Turn number 2 will start attacking him on the inside. And Cobby might try the outside at the same time. So Guerin's about to know he's alive.
I tell you what, it looks very much like Cobby's getting ready to thread the eye of the needle here as they get themselves well and truly going. But have a look at that lead man, Noldy, that currently Hickman has. He is a sensation out there tonight. Yeah, look at Cobby though. Cobby down the inside of Bell down towards turn 1. He's got time on his side though, but look at this run out in front from Hickman. We set off the front. He's going to be a hard man to beat, and he's certainly shown him a clean set of hills. One car with a lot of sparks. It could have been Cobby coming out of turn 4 in the Saxon 67. He's under attack still with Stephen Bell, but meantime the leader, Darren Hickman, down in turn 4.
Didn't Cobby punish him for leaving the door open?
Absolutely.
Belly will know it too. He'll be disappointed, but it's good to see Hickman honking now. 1.5 laps to go here at the Edge Hotel Timmins Speedway. Engine sounding a little bit flat in places for Hickman now. I'm not sure if he's 100% happy. Garen might be running him down a bit. I'll check with him anyway. Check a flag at the ready. I think Hickman might be slowing a bit. We'll find out. Hickman, Garen in second. Cobby third, Bell fourth. Back in fifth place, Smith in the Robot Technologies, number 57.
Travel 2:14.07 and a 13.035 for Darren Hickman in that race. He takes the win as he jumps off the weighbridge now. Wade Oranger.
Yeah, let's have a bit of a chat with him right now. Darren, good job, mate. You got the win, but we're just worried about this thing. Was it all good at the end?
No, it's a bit loose still. We've been battling a bit this weekend, but we've got a bit more work to do yet. We're still a bit loose. I think I've been spending too much time with the wife's car, I think.
So the engine's better than the way the night started anyway?
Oh, exactly. We blew an oil line, so less work on the AMCA, more work on the sprint car now.
Oh, could be cold on your side of the bed tonight, mate. The number 40, Andy's Earth Moving. Beautifully turned out Victory Lane Race Gear, Auto Pro Parts Professionals, Bendigo, number 40 car. For us on Belly.
Oh yeah, I just had to make the take advantage of him missing the moisture spot down the bottom there. Track's sort of starting to really slick up a little bit just off the pole line, so I capitalised on his mistake.
It's wider now, which is good.
It is. It's certainly a lot racier, but you know, we got to make a few changes. The track's changed a heck of a lot since my last heat race, and my car's not as good as it could be. So we got to really find out first of all if they're giving the track grade, and if they're not, then I've got to hook the car up.
Either fling the spanners or get the Ouija board out. That's for sure. That had to hurt. What's our main events?
Currently, this is your C main out there for your mini sprints. And it is the 68 entry of Stuart Ferguson.
C main.
That's what they've told me. They're going to reverse him or do something with him. Stuart Ferguson at the moment going for it and has let the lead slip. And unfortunately, our lead car at the moment will be the 46 entry there, belonging to none other than Darren Painter. So he's going along quite okay. Painter at this stage of the game leading the mini sprints. Looks like another passing move coming onto that car of Ferguson's. Very shortly, he's been relegated to third now. And second place being held down by the number 7 car of Derek Ramsey. Ramsey now looking for the outside pass. Good battle for first and second here in this one, guys, in the mini sprinters. As they come deep into the turn now, and it's Ferguson that returns fire from third, and a nice tight cluster of cars, but it is Ramsey followed by the entry of Painter, and of course Ferguson for third. A little further back down the field we find the Gavin Nicol car, who's gaining on the field considerably now as he tips into 3 and 4 and throws the whole thing away. Gets missed by everyone, thankfully, as the yellows come up. And there's the green, and we're away with it again. The number 7 car of Derek Ramsey at this stage of the game leads them away from the 68 of Stuart Ferguson. Ferguson now getting the thumb screws put in on him as he wanders through. Car number 46 there, the entry of Darren Painter doing the talking there. The car behind them that we see is the 65, the entry of what was Peter and Wade McCarthy, driven tonight by Wayne Moore. They had some engine troubles in the Cavs Car Centre car, and Wayne Moore currently doing the driving duties in the 65 car out there today, and he's slightly ahead of Jason Andriano. Back to our lead car though, with 3 to travel as they come out of 3 and 4. This is our number 7 car, the Ramsey Rambo, Derek Ramsey. Into 1 and 2, and he's making this look pretty damn easy as he gets away from the rest of them. White flag coming forward. 1 to travel as he comes through now. And there he goes, picking up the white. 1 more out of him, and he'll be right. Car slowing dramatically there and almost getting tagged from the rear is the 46 entry of Darren Painter. And I would say at this stage of the game, the brush is gone on that one. And there's your checkered flag, and for a win for Derek Ramsey. Second place will come across the line to the 68 of Stuart Ferguson. I'd say third to the 81 car of Gavin Nicol. Wait for official placings to come through, but that's the way we called how many sprinters.
Thank you.
Oh, well done.
Just in time too for the next heat of the Morello Earth Moving AMCA Nationals Interstate Challenge. It's an all-South Aussie front row into turn 1. Keith Ebbs in car number 8 leads them through. On the opening, get ready for it, Wade Oranger. Gambit as they go down the back straight in towards turn 3 and 4 on this one. Look at one of the Miller cars up towards the top as Keith Ebbs has got a case of Matinoltiitis.
1 pants down, I mean 1 lap down and 9 to travel as they headed away into turn number 1. Come on, catch with it. Ellis is up high with Miller in there as well. And they might have started in front of the South Aussies, but they're under siege, just like earlier today in Freo.
Yeah, it's just all downhill from here, but it's young Hartman that leads them out there in the Bridge Auto Wreckers, number 67, down towards turn number 1. 4-car gaggle of AMCA Nationals through turn 2 onto the back straight.
Oh no, it's a gaggle with only 8 gambits to go.
It's getting gooey.
Yes. Change of the lead there, albeit briefly. They come off.
Send it around.
Oh, that was a big hit.
That's a big hit.
These cars are very heavy, guys, and that was a big hit. We're set to go green.
Something else I have done this weekend. It's Hartman that leads them away down towards turn number 1. Keith Ebbs was sent rear field after that altercation before the restart.
Round we go. I put the F-150 through the Water Wizard truck wash, car wash. Did a fantastic job. They have lovely strawberry-smelling water there.
So Hartman continues to lead through turn 1 and 2. Dennis Miller's on the move now in car number 4. The second of the NZ Cooler Cab entries is going down the inside. Backs out of it just. I think it's Paul Clark.
Uh-oh!
It is. Yoicks.
The track has caught them out.
Oh, it's bad luck with young Dave Hartman. He's had such a good run this weekend, and it's now parked on the gutter on the exit of turn 4.
We're going to get to play our game a bit more. I spoke to Mark Johnson from Telstra Countrywide and indeed Area General Manager Mike Mooney on Friday morning at the Show and Shine, and I bumped into Mark last night at the Arena Cross, which was commentated by
EP.
ESAP. I read the Sunraysia Daily, another great Mildura newspaper.
I watched Win TV today.
And the Independent, I read this morning with these updated footy scores from last night.
Back underway, Victoria 30 leads them away down towards turn 1. It is Paul Clark out in front. Look who snuck up into second place now.
Miller.
Yes, he's done an extremely good job from the back of this field. Now looking for a passing move towards turn number 3. The NZ Cooler Cab South Aussie driver from Paralawi doing a good job out of turn 4.
I reckon Miller's going to get him here too, you know. Miller's pushing for the inside line and looks very tidy indeed. Miller and, of course, Clark at this stage of the game going hammer and tong at it.
Out of turn number 4 now. Here comes the pass. The door's been left open by Clark, and Miller goes down the inside now, takes the race lead. So it's SA1 Victoria in second place at this stage. Quite a attrition filled heat number 5 of the AMCA Nationals. In fact, it's Dennis Miller slowing on the front straight. So it'll be Michael Miller up in the front there. My apologies, Michael Miller is up in front there. Dennis was up there towards before that restart, so Dennis is in all sorts of trouble here in car number 4 as he's slowing on the back straight as teammate and son Michael Miller comes up and put a pass on him.
That looks like it might have been Matt Geary there in third place as well. Matt?
So strange developments here in the AMCA Nationals. We've still got down towards the turn 1 scoreboard down there as they go past the limping number 4 of Dennis Miller. They're down towards turn 3 now. The first 2 are well and truly out in front, John. Keith Ebbs gone again.
Yeah, absolutely. Went round twice before he stopped it. But it's Miller, Clark, and the yellow bring it proceedings to...
Miller takes out the win in car number 36, the NZ Cooler Cab, former Aussie champion and multiple SA champion. Does a good job in the NZ Cooler Cab. Well, Chance, get it to Speedway. Good job for the
flat
Miller
left
team.
front tyre too at the end of all that, Matt.
Oh.
Very flat, only on the bottom, but it could cause some problem if the race is any longer. So Very flat left front. Out comes Ange. I drove past Harvey World Travel during the week as well, Matt. Great sponsors of this event, and have secured, I believe you can get a ticket to Knoxville, or you can fly to LA for about, correct me if I'm wrong here, about $1,400 at the moment thanks to Harvey World Travel. That's fantastic value.
Awesome, isn't it?
So, great opportunity. All these things are unique to Mildura, and it's one of the things that I...
The 36 entry of... let's get it right here, guys. Michael Miller. The second car home, car number 30, in the entry of... Let's get it right again.
Have another venue wine, Johnny.
Yeah. I should have given it up a long time ago. Paul Clark. And the 000 of Matt Geary home for third. Fastest lap time of 17.06 in car number 36. No race time due to the stoppage.
Well, SMS coming through at 04.
Love to win in front of a good stout crowd here at Mildura tonight. The Edge, Hotel Motel, Timmer Speedway, AMCA National action. Oh, the 79 car came from absolutely way back on the third row, rocketed into third place. Look at Chadwick round the top side. New leader, car number 11.
It is John Stewman that leads them through in the lawn serve, number 11 out of turn 4. It's Ange. Waito, you've brought the curse on Ange. He hasn't lost. He's lost one spot now as he falls back into the clutches of the backfielders. But John Stewman in car number 11 starting to pull away out in front down towards turn number 3.
Track is treacherous. It's very slippery in places. The guys aren't going to know that for the first couple of laps. Steuben doing a good job. Oh, look out!
Oh, Andrew's just tumbled.
Oh, Chadwick.
That's a harder hit.
It's like AMCA Nationals pinball down there in turn 2, wasn't it?
That's a much harder hit this time round.
That'll be Luke Raymond caught up there in the mix also as the yellows come down. It's almost a full track blockage up there.
Jeez, this guy's in second. Better hello.
Uh-oh.
This will be big. Just about to send him an email to tell him there's a yellow light. What's that? I've got mail. What's it? So only about 5 or 6 events left for the night. Those, of course, are the biggies. As David Ray lets the green piece of fabric fly. Stubing is your leader. No relation to the man that captained the Love Boat, I assume, Matt.
Not at all. He's leading them nicely out of turn 2, though. He's gapped them at this stage. Down to
soon we'll be taking
look. Cars all going towards the wall, though.
Oh, he's been served up.
I think that might have been the purser that copped it then.
Yeah. Johnny Stephen keeps leading this race in car number 11. The battle is on for second and third.
And love, life's sweetest reward, Santa Claus, it comes right back to you.
Somebody say something.
It is Mick Clark on the outside who's making the big move at the moment. Clark on the VT goes wild to the outside. Tips it into 3 and 4 now. We've got 5 to go. Clark leans heavily on him. And I tell you what, Clark is going to be the victor out of this one. It is the 11 car relegated behind. Stewman now has the chance to chase instead of being the leader. Stewman pushing very, very hard to try and pick him back. He ain't going to do it, though. Mick Clark in the V48, the Australia number 2, winds it up again, 4 to travel, and at this stage has a commanding stage part of the event under his belt. The 79 entry behind him, going very hard, the Stuart Grant Campbell car, and a lot of ground to be caught up there. But Stewman at this stage of the game, not really under any real pressure, nor too is the V48 of Mick Clark.
Well, he's left John Stewart napping, hasn't he, down there? Stewart is now falling back into the clutches of the third place man. With the car of Clark on the back straight away now, certainly showing him a clean set of hills. It's still Johnny Stewart back in second, who led this race from the get-go. Only 1 lap remaining out of turn 4.
Well, certainly he's made the best out of a bad situation. Mick Clark, the Australia 2 now, making it look pretty easy as he picked up the white. 1 to travel for him as the remainder of the field stumble around. But it is this man right in front of the checkered flag now that takes the win. The P&M car, the 48 entry of Mick Clark. Behind him, the 11 of Stewman and the V79 car of Stuart Grant Campbell to pick up third at this stage of the game. And Ange, by the look of it, picks up 4th. Whoa, wild line. Wait for official placings, though, but at this stage of the game, that's the way we'd call it. nice bit of work for Mick Clark. He saw the gap, he took the opening and went for it, and, well, paid the dividends. Unlike the top 10 hit we were listening to earlier on.
Let it float. Good job for Clark. He noted about that. It's about the he was lining up down the back. Oh, you timed that one nicely, matey. That was a good way to end the night in a bit.
Yeah, I made some adjustments for the car, wheel spaces, and put some ballast in it just to experiment, and it seemed to hook up all right.
Still pretty hard work out there.
Yeah, I'm pretty unfit.
Fair enough, mate. She's a little bit slippery, I guess. We'll see what happens with the track later on. Good luck for the feature race.
Thanks very much.
Doing a good job. I like that. Track pretty hard work, is it? No, I'm just pretty unfit.
Tell them how it is.
I love the way he said, the car was really nice.
Yeah. Seatbelt's too tight.
You'd undone them by that point. That's the scare.
Now, how does the ad go? I've got the hots.
Well, they here. You love the Dominoes. They charge into turn 1 and 2. Look at this. Good little scrap. Watch your Ricky Barron around the outside. Mick Broom right in the middle of it as well. 9 down, 1 to roll. Look at this. Oh, contact. Somehow they gather it back together. Look at this. Good racing, boys. Door to door.
The 35 of Adam King at the moment, rubbing
They
and
had
racing
doors.
and going for it.
Sorry about that. They don't have doors. Wheel to wheel.
I tell you what, even back further through the field, Wade, have a look at them tail end. They are still throwing them around and tearing panels apart at a rate faster than you could ever imagine it could be done.
That's what we love. Go hard. Oh, nailing. Right behind him is Barron. So they're really going after it. They realise it's the last chance to get your points for tonight's big main event. Thanks to Morello.
Is that Barron?
No,
No, it's not.
Mick Broom.
Ex-Australia 2, Mick Broom. At least I think that's what he said. Back off turn number 2. The track is drying out appreciably in some places. This 35 car, remember he had dramas earlier in the night, got tagged and taken out in an incident which had nothing to do with him. Broke the right front wheel. He's doing a whole lot better job now, that number 35 car.
I'll tell you something else too, Matt Nolte. Looking at car number in second place, car number 6 there, Trevor Theory. That's going a lot better than what it was when it was tagging with smoke just pouring out of it everywhere.
Yeah, it's potentially about to do the same thing though, isn't it? You can just see wisps of it.
Jungle.
He had a bit of a moment on the previous lap going through turn 2. It's allowed Stuart Pope to close in car number 45. So that battle is starting to heat up. Meantime, Adam King in car number 35 is leading this motor race, but the battle is on for second and third down to turn 1.
Best right behind now as they come off turn number 2. Best having a good run. I'm trying to see in the mirror here of the ute. It's a lot warmer.
I'll tell you what, though, it's Theory who's struggling to keep that car in front. He's doing a pretty good job of it, Matt Nolte, to this stage of the game with 3 to go. I don't know how he's got enough left in it to actually hold this one.
Well, Best is just holding it down the low line and making him go to the outside if he wants to pass, but you're right, he's doing a good job. Adam King just having a moment there out of turn number 4. Hasn't affected his race lead at all as they come off the final turn. Second and third is on, as well as 4th and 5th between Johnny McKay and Ricky Barand as they go down towards turn number 1.
Great race, boys.
It is a brilliant race.
Getting better as the night wears on.
Bit of a moment there for our lead driver in the 35 of Adam King. Went a little bit high there.
Uh-oh, Flame has gone out in the 6, guys, as you predicted.
That's it. She's all over. So that brings the next group of drivers forward, which puts Barron into 4th, I think, at this stage. And there's the checkered flag. The 35 of Adam King gets through. It'll be the 27, I would imagine, of Chris Best that got it in second. Picked up the best of it.
And that's enough. It's a ride for us now.
Beautiful. I hope there's some kickers in that. How'd we go, Wade?
You really want to know?
Go on, mate.
Have you got kickers? We need some kickers. We missed out on Heat 4C, here's your official results. Car number 35, the Adam King car, home first.
And he wouldn't even stop and chat, he's gone.
The 27 of Chris Best.
He's gone.
The third of number 22, the entry course of Johnny McKay. Fastest lap time of 17:20 from car 35, the entry of Adam King. And the race time there, a 2:54.57, 2:54.57.
Adam King has left the building.
Thanks to Telstra Countrywide, Elders, Boat Express and Woodstock Bourbon. Good start from the outside, the Victoria 22, but Lincoln in the GT Bobcat number 92 has moved right up in a second place already. They've swamped the pole, Sidar.
Gee, Hickman gave for French the go somewhere else.
Yes, he did.
Lincoln almost had the run coming off the turn. They're all pushing. They're getting a push, as they would say in NASCAR. And inside line, Lincoln liking what he sees down there, but can't make it stick.
No, the car of Forrest is doing a great job. He's up on the high side.
Run, Forrest, run!
Good racing note in the turn one. This is side by side for a full lap. Lincoln has now picked up the lead in car number 92, and Forrest has slipped back into the proverbials in second.
Looks like a box of chocolates for me. And there's no soft centres in them, guys.
I believe he said he wanted to go take a pee. Here goes Forrest! Back up the inside as the yellows come on.
Do you know what, Matt Nolte, the guy in the front there actually looked like...
Bang.
Come on, Nolte.
Here comes the 71 car on the low side. Gets together with the 10 as they head down the back straightaway. Look at them go. Sideways out of turn number 4.
Look at that action there, guys. That slowed them down considerably in the 10 car there, having some major issues.
And he's a one-eyed tip
Crimmins, it's all turned into crumbs.
He's been crumbed.
Here comes Forrest. Oh, Forrest through on the inside. Lincoln got the push from hell.
He's still running.
And the Techno finish number 22. The Techno finish car straight through on the inside.
Come on, Nolte, get your back together.
Lincoln
coming out of the turn now, out of turn 3 and 4.
Oh, look out, the 71 car, Johnny.
The 22 of Paul Forrest going great gun.
No, the 71. Have a look at him coming on.
Here he comes. The 71 of Adam Wallace. Wallace looking to the inside. Quick touch and tag. A little bit of mascara to throw on there, and he's away again. 3 to go. Keep your eye on Wallace. Hunting down the car of Lincoln.
Whoa, look at this now. Lincoln's out, and now
Wallace set sail for our lead driver.
Forrest and Wallace are like peas and carrots again. Look at this. I think he's got time.
I'll tell you what, I reckon Wallace will get him. Wallace will definitely get him, Wade Ornger, no doubt about it. Matt Nolte's still recovering from the hilarious shakes up here.
1 to go. Here we go now. What's Wallace got for him?
Wallace lines him up like a prize fighter. He's going to deliver the punch down into 3 and 4 if it's going to happen. Keep your eyes on him. Here comes Wallace. Wallace to deliver the punch now. Can he pull it off?
I should have had $5 on it with you.
Understandably running out of time there. One more he may have done, but it'll end up being the 22 of Forrest to Wallace. To the 24 of French.
I did.
71 to be the entry of Adam Willis. Third home to car number 24, which of course was the entry of Michael French. Fastest lap time of 17:18 from car number 92, which of course was Mark Lincoln before he stopped, and of course no race time due to a stoppage.
All right, I'm down here with the winner right now. Paul Forrest has got to be happy with that. You had to work pretty hard, mate.
Bloody oath. There was a lot of quick cars behind me, and it was the first time that I really felt the car go good, and I'm happy with it.
The boys gave you a hard time towards the end there?
Yeah, well, you get a few nudges. You have to wear them.
Track a little bit slick out there?
I was on the bottom, but yeah, went up the top a bit. It was all right, yeah.
Want to thank some sponsors real quick?
I'd like to thank Techno Finish and mostly the family for travelling around Australia with me and racing.
Gotta love the family, mate.
Do.
Good job, buddy. Well done. Paul Forrest gets the win. It's Forrest with 2 R's. Just
walk alongside him and Domain Ramsey. 8 laps.
They blast into action. It is the Brennan car that heads to the front of the pack at this stage of the game and floundering a little towards the tail end of the car. But it's still looking tight and going along nicely, leading as we go through. Car number 27 now, the entry of Forbes now, does the chase.
Ben Reid had a massive moment. That car is horribly loose as he exits turn 2, almost turns it around, heading towards turn 3. O'Rourke is the man on the bubble at the moment. He's in 4th place. Domain Ramsey has a massive moment going through turn 4. He's the man who won't make the cut with 5.5 laps remaining, but that can certainly change. It's Mildura's HBJ, Harold Brennan Jr. that leads him through. Look at Reid. Looks like he's at Knoxville the way he comes out of that final set of turns. Bob Forbes is in 3rd, Reid 4th. Andrew O'Rourke in 4th, sorry, back to Domain Ramsey in 5th place. Reid, that car is loose, John.
I'll tell you what, he's not scared to get right up high. It's not paying dividends at the moment because it's putting back into 4th place. But at this stage of the game, still not the last man through. But he's been consistently staying up in that high line, hoping that it's going to open up and turn, but it hasn't happened. But have a look at Harold Brennan Jr. This guy is smoking at the moment in this one.
Oh, Reid is in fact gone this time. It was going to happen. It was just a matter of when. Puts him to the back with only 2.5 laps remaining. HBJ is doing a great job out there. Consistent. You have to be consistent now because the track is beginning to go a little bit slick. O'Rourke is now up into 3rd place. He got down the inside of Domain Ramsey. So they're on the back straight away now. Harold Brennan Jr. comfortably out in front. Bob Forbes in 2nd, just driving consistently. Andrew O'Rourke is 3rd, and 4th place man, Domain Ramsey. This time, 1 lap to go for HBJ as he exits turn 2.
White's out, and that's really paid over these guys now as they look to go towards going into the A main. It looks like with the checkered flag out, it'll be HBJ, Harold Brennan Jr. going through. Behind him will be the 27 entry there of Forbesy and the 79 of Andrew O'Rourke. Well, good job for O'Rourke there too. They had a, would you believe it, not a spark plug exploded before during that the first heat race when he retired, and he's pulled up pretty quickly down there in the oldest Telstra countrywide. Happy crapper number 79. So where they just wanted to get as much as they could out of that. The webcam's on us.
But we won't even try and assume that's what it means. Harold, you got to be happy. I guess you got a lot of help to get the car back together, mate.
Yeah, there's a lot of crews that come over and offered a lot of assistance. Especially Troy Little, which gave me the opportunity to ask for whatever I needed.
Did you just ask for a 372?
No, not quite.
He did offer.
Oh, well, he could have.
Car was nice?
Yeah, it was. It's getting a bit slick in the centre of the track there. It's going off fairly quick.
All right, good luck in the A.
No worries.
At least you're in there. Nervous little character, isn't he? Doesn't like to talk too much. Oh, here's his dad, Harold. Now, you got to get a shot of this bloke here. This is the bloke here that does all the hard work.
In there, and I tell you what, the crowd tonight and this weekend have got a double whammy with this crew tonight.
I think Gunny just about went off just then himself, Matt. He's pretty excited about the whole weekend. He's obviously very heavily involved with the AMCAs now.
That looks sensational from here, guys. It really does.
Looks pretty cool in my mirrors. That's all I can see is race cars. Are they as close as they look?
You know what that's about? That we've told them all you ate all the kickers.
I never got any tonight, mate. You'll be happy to know.
Yeah, right.
Now,
that's why they're all logged up behind you.
You guys want to see this formation coming up on the live stream. This is unbelievable. Absolutely.
No one's going to throw the green right now, are they?
No, Orange is still on weight. It's all right. Now, we also have to say a big hello to Figgy and Finchy from Kristen and Shen. So they're actually in the chat room at the moment as well, watching this beautiful formation of AMCAs on our track tonight.
Hey, Matt Noldy, you know how they had Live Aid for the people that needed the food and all the rest of it? They let these cars go. We'll have to have Weight Aid.
Yeah, Weight Aid. We're looking for some Band-Aid, that's for sure. and about 20 gallons of Mercurochrome.
You look like one of those ducks they hang up in the markets in Melbourne somewhere, mate.
I'd be interested to see how Clarkey holds on to the flag during the next 25 laps. Great looking field. How many's back there? About 430 from what I can see. We're starting everyone.
Yeah, getting close to it.
The Phone Express pace vehicle about to move off the circuit as soon as they make me. Other than that, I reckon I can take them.
And Paul Forrest off the front row up to what should be a white line, but we're racing anyway. Green flag by David Ray. 15 laps into turn 1, and Luke Raymond already getting the early jump. Hits that little bump out of turn 1 and 2. Look at them all bank up behind him, John.
Have a look at the speed of these cars going into 3 and 4 now. The first 3 cars separated by very little whatsoever. You wouldn't buy a camping blanket that big to cover those cars out of races outdoors at the moment. As they parallel themselves in, they've got a couple of beautiful lines falling. Halicus there into the inside, trying to find his way through. as far as the best of the rest go, and not giving up by any stretch of the imagination. But let's have a look at our lead car, and he's still holding it down nicely, the S50 of none other than Luke Raymond. Raymond at the moment certainly on the pace. He has the heat on him now though, Matt Nolte, and looks like he's lost the lead.
He certainly has. Raymond slots back in a second, but this is not over at the moment. Angelicus is going backwards through the field. He's in position 6 at the moment. So it is Forrest that leads them through. Luke Raymond in second. Passing move for third through there. These guys, it's desperation time.
Good battle going on for second and third now. They know there's...
Oh, look out! We're yellow. Or if we're not, we're about to be.
They're still mobile. Well done. Look at that.
Good.
Gathered it up nicely, although Halicus doesn't.
Oh, no. Ange.
Backs it out off the highway. Nice one.
And he's off the racetrack there. We still remain green though. Luke Raymond is in second. There's a passing move again for third and fourth.
And there's your yellow.
The yellows come on.
I knew it.
Real lemons. And real lemons are made out of fake ones. Lemon juice.
Thank God there's a motor race on here at Timmins Speedway. That was going nowhere. Forrest picks up the lead early. God, I've gone brain dead. Luke Raymond is in second place. The battle for third and fourth reignites. These guys want to make the transfer. There's still 10 guys behind him that want to pass him. But Forrest leads. Raymond second, back to the 79. The end of turn one is Stuart Grant Campbell as they go through the first sequence of turns and on the back straight with 10 laps remaining.
Speaking of power, it's the power car of Darren Power, the V4, that's trying very hard to get into this. And of course, he's car number 5. Well, he was. It's the 35 now, belonging to none other than Adam King, who wants to get in this. But there's only 4 going through, Matt Nolte. The rest of them get to get on the Greyhound bus and go home, basically.
Yeah, they haven't given up yet. Coming through this time with 7.
Oh! They both got around.
That was stereo, wasn't it?
It was in sympathy, I think.
Yeah.
Uh-oh, Ange is gone too.
That's the trifecta.
That was unrelated.
I'm sure he's got mates up here on turn 4. Woo. Got away a lot quicker than...
Go, let's go green, boys. 8 laps, green flag checker, shall we?
Away we go. The V22.
Run, Forrest, run.
Paul Forrest to the front, still holds it. I'll tell you what, the action is really thick and fast at the first 4 now. And there's not much missing between the first 6 there, Matt, other than my S's and me.
How many venue wines do you have tonight, contract? Not much missing.
More than 2, less than 12.
Good passing manoeuvre on the bottom here for second place. 50 cars going back in a hurry.
Yeah, that's Luke Raymond, and he's going to pay the penalty for that. He stays where he is, he's probably going to get through, but if he doesn't, it'll be a good night, Irene. Uh-oh, the B&G Sheds car, the V4 car of Darren Power now, does exactly that. Power's forward.
Oh!
There goes the 50 car.
On the bubble and burst.
Exit stage left.
5 to go this time by.
They still get nice and tidy. And I'll tell you what, it's the 11 car of Stuman now that could very well be the next man to push his way through to the top 4. Stuman now picks up beautifully, stays with him, and separating himself from the rest of the pack. Stuman tags him and says, look out of the road, I'm coming through. I want at least 4th in this one, boy.
The love boat, soon you'll be sailing another.
Stuman now, less the purser, going full bore. Pops it into the turn, looking to try and get through on that number 4 car at the moment. 4 by number, 4 by position at the moment.
What was the name of the bartender? There's some trivia for you. Was it Gomez? I can't remember. He's from the Addams family. Oh, the Munsters.
And there goes Stuman, he's overcooked it.
Oh, no!
And he's shaking that cocktail nicely in exit stage left as well.
South Aussies are coming undone here, guys.
Give that to the bartender anytime you want.
Yeah.
1 lap to go.
So now we're looking a little further back through the field. Let's have a look at our lead car now, and it would have to be Forrest. Still Forrest. The number 4 car now stays in the top 4. Darren Power up, so Power now clear with the top 4 finish, hopefully at this stage of the game. There's your checkered flag. First home will be the 22 of Forrest. The 79
Abysma.
Abysma,
And spins on the exit. Right down there. That's the way to do it.
It wouldn't matter now.
No, it doesn't matter now.
Absolutely.
It's his way of celebrating.
He's actually parked. He's parked ready to go out the gate, I think, more than anything. To be honest with a precision drive.
Rocky?
Good on you, Bugs.
Bugs? That was my Scooby.
Yeah, give us some bugs.
There's actually people on the net asking what is in the water up here.
Venue wine, perhaps?
I was going to say what's not in it at the moment.
Yeah. What's not in it?
It's going down nicely, I've got to say.
Yeah, thank you.
What's up, pants down? 15 to go. We're set to go green here at the Edge Hotel Motel, Timmins Speedway.
The mini sprints, Mallee Shield currently in play at the moment. It's car 81, the entry of Gavin Nicol that runs to the front at the moment. Yellow on the action.
Open the window.
They're away and racing in the 37 there of Jason Andrietta, putting a lot of heat on Barry Mills. Right at the very front it is the 7 of Derek Ramsey that currently leads this one. Ramsey throws it in nicely and gets away from the Racing Ramsey family, doing really good tonight. The 68 of Stuart Ferguson in tow behind him. The Ames Payne entry of Gavin Nicol at the moment running in third. Andrietta behind him, and it's the 35 car of Barry Mills that's pushing very hard to try and pick the rest of the field back. But Derek Ramsey at the moment making it look pretty easy at the moment. 13 to travel for these mini sprinters now. Tipping it into 3 and 4.
Big barbecue going on the infield now. 12 remaining. We've got a car in the infield in a cloud of smoke. The 46 car, the Jayco entry.
46 car, that's the Darren Painter entry. All over for the night tonight. Moving up to the lead cars though, and it is still that number 7 car of Derek Ramsey that holds it down. And I do believe it is Stuart Ferguson that's tracking him down. Mills, look at this, Barry Mills in car 35, scoops up 2 of them, straight into third place. Mills at this stage of the game making it look pretty easy as he got away from the rest of them. Nicol at this stage relegated back to the better part of 5th. Andrietta in 4th. A little further down the field we find the 65 car of Wayne Moore, who's driving that tonight. Chris Keir at the tail end of the field as well. The challenge though to the 68 car of Stuart Ferguson as he gets in front of the Ramsey machine. Derek Ramsey now relegated back to 2nd. Ames Paint car there of Gavin Nicol slowing considerably as well.
I think the 15 laps might have been a little optimistic for this particular main event. A lot of cars starting to
slow off,
feel the heat
dramatically.
That's the only place that there is 7 to go.
Although at this stage of the game, Stuart Ferguson still going along at great gusto. For how long, I suppose that remains to be seen. In the chase at the moment now, Derek Ramsey, though, he's looking like he's pegging back some of the ground on Ferguson. There's a couple of them, especially this one, the 81 car of Gavin Nicol now makes that 2 infield. Ramsey now chasing him down. He's only about 6 car lengths off him. Mills struggling to keep third place down there from the patient and not for too long Andrietta, who wants to get past him, which does so, and that's the end of that. Mills is sent a little bit further down the field. Mills is getting the heat put on him now from Wayne Moore in the 65 car, and Moore looks like he'll probably go past him as well. Back to the lead though, and this is our 68 car that's currently leading, the Northern Country sponsored car of Stuart Ferguson. Ferguson coming under a little bit of fire now with 3 to travel from young Derek Ramsey. Ramsey's all over him now. Ramsey's going even harder at it now. He knows he's only got a couple of laps to do it in. White flag probably coming out this time round, I would imagine. 2 to go. 1 more to go before we get the white flag. Ramsey now leaving a little bit of gap between himself and our lead driver and Ferguson. You need to be a little bit closer to pick up the white this time if he wants to put a challenge on.
Better hurry.
And there it is. There's 1 to go for Ferguson. 1 also for Ramsey. And there's another one heading infield. That's the 35 of Barry Mills. So So it'll be Andrietta now that will be running in third place with Ball in fourth. And there's your checkered flag. Ferguson to Ramsey, and a decent lead between themselves and the next car in the field, which will be the 37 car of Jason Andrietta. And to pick up fourth, it will be Wayne Moore, and it looks like could be fifth to that car of Chris Keir. That's the finish of our mini sprinters for the night tonight. Of course, the mini sprints Mally Shield being
Sprint car A main, thanks to Telstra Countrywide, Elders, Phone Express, Woodstock Bourbon, Harvey World Travel. Remember what hangs on the end of this one, a very lucrative prize. 2 return tickets to the US.
For the mini sprint A main. First car home, the 68 car of Stuart Ferguson. Second car home, car number 7, the entry of Derek Ramsey. And third car home, the 37 car of Jason Andrietta. Fastest lap time, a 16:11 from car number 7. That was the car of Derek Ramsey. And a 4:08.88. Matt Nolte chucking another plate on the floor. 15 lap record.
Weekend.
Sure
16 of the finest.
The penultimate moment is almost upon us.
Oh dear, there's a car slow. That's not our pole man by Eddie Chart.
77 car.
It is.
It is Chris Evans.
Wait-o, we got dramas with Chris Evans. He stopped on the back straight.
It's not good.
You're right.
Well, the 4 wide's going to be tragic because they're signaling that now. He's on the back straight. Stopped in the middle of the track.
Nowhere to go here yet, guys.
Well, this will be big.
At least you'll get through.
It won't be me. Oh, bit of Rams time. Little German love song for you folks.
Knoxville Nationals, thanks to Telstra Countrywide, Elders, Harvey World Travel, Woodstock Bourbon, racing out of 4. Down into 1, neck and neck. Troy.
Yes!
Vanderstone has collided upside down. I think a 20 car. No.
And that's a red light on the action too, guys. That's an immediate stop. An immediate stop with a red light on the action there, guys.
Yes! Vanderstone has collided upside down. I think a 20 car. No.
And that's a red light on the action too, guys. That's an immediate stop.
We just crushed the header pipe there, so it's not worth risking the motor. It's all closed completely over. So I'll get to watch her race now, and hopefully she can move up. But bit of bad luck. I tried to miss Craig and just clipped me with my left front, and that just spat me around. And you just close your eyes and hang on.
Yeah, we've got a few sponsors you want to thank.
Oh, I do. I'd like to thank Beeps Auto Parts in Bendigo, and of course Andy's Earth Movers, and also Mobile, and also of course our own sort of mob, Hickman's Tree Maintenance from Bendigo, without all them guys, and also the pit crew, Tim and Frog for helping me, and all the rest, and also Kevin Burton's here this weekend helping Sandy, so also he's young fella too, so that's been a great help.
Oh, matey, good luck for the rest of the night. Hopefully Sandy does a good job.
Oh, yeah.
Stephen Bell, Jamie Cobby, the Nationals live around the world at Timmins. Good jump from Little down into turn 1. Yes. Why hesitated there?
Oh, Skatey. Very slippery in turn 2.
Again, 30 big laps. The Mildura Knoxville Nationals out of 4, green. And this looks better this time. Little backs out of the throttle, just easily there out of turn 1. He's got Milburn coming down the back straight, so this is going to be awesome. Stephen Bell waiting to pounce at this stage, with the leader out of 4 at the end of lap 1 is Troy Little. Out of turn number 2, Little is under control at the moment. Oh, look at these two clashing on the back straight. It's Chris Cobby who goes down the inside of Bell.
The danger man.
Yes, maybe Cobby has got this car set up. This man is a genius at setting cars up, and he's starting to come through the field. He needs to start getting past Brett Melbourne if he wants to start catching Troy Little.
Have a look at Cobby now as he gets out of the back end of the 3 and 4 area. Watch the way he rides the groove. Picks a beautiful path through that. He's going to pay dividends tonight. This guy really wants the main game tonight and try everything in his might to do it.
So Troy Little beginning to cruise now. This is his sort of conditions he finds up at Parramatta City Raceway week in and week out. So he'll be used to these conditions. Brett Melbourne is still in second, but Jamie Cobby is the man on the mission at the moment. Stephen Bell, mind you guys, has not let him go as we go yellow for Daryl Guerin in turn 4.
Remember the significance of this opportunity here for
to go at Mildura. Past the orange cone on the restart. Troy Little a bit messy down into turn 1. The track is well and truly going off now. Look at Jamie Cobby on the inside of Brett Melbourne. Here's the
Belly as well. He comes Belly.
He's the danger dude.
Out of 4, Troy Little knows how to drive these conditions, as we've already touched on. He's clearing out in front, but Jamie Cobby, this is going to be fascinating to watch once they come up to lap traffic. Cobby about 10 to 12 car lengths behind Troy Little as they head towards turn 3 and 4. Little goes past. Jamie Cobby coming past us now. It's Melbourne behind him. Then it's Bell, Wright, Chippendall, Brennan Jr., O'Rourke, back to Donaldson, Smith, Vanderstelt, Ramsey and Reed at the back as the leaders now come out of turn number 4.
Donaldson got all squirrely coming out of turn number 2 with Little hard on the accelerator down the straightaways, off the throttle, roll into the corner, and then ping it coming off the turns. That car is just glued to the racetrack. Vanderstelt having to do all the hard yards and try and pass on the outside. It's going to eat rubber while he does that. Very sideways, and he has to toy with cars that are going to be very sideways. The danger level is high. 21 laps to go for Sydney's Troy Little, known as Farm Boy. He lives with the race cars, if you remember him telling us that.
Spinner out of turn 2.
Ian Smith, the robot car. C-3PO is unfortunately on the infield. Remember Troy May? It's just a shame there's no rubber down at this point, because it could at least give the guys a different option.
A little bit of a straight line at the moment, or one-liner. And if it's any consolation, Wade, that hole doesn't look like it is getting any bigger at the moment, but...
Lights are out. 21 laps remaining of the 2006 Mildura to Knoxville Nationals. The pace begins to quicken. Wade, it's yours.
Out of turn 4 we come, and green flag is a-flying from Dave Ray as they turn into turn 1. Cobby down low, but look at Little. He just powers down. Look at Bell on the outside. We're going to have a crack at Melbourne, and why not? Look at this. Stephen Bell using the outside groove and does it nicely. So is there anything else up there that anybody else can lean on? Darrell Wright up high. Saw what Bell pulled off. He tries it on with Chippendall. Your leader is Troy Little, and comfortably. Probably half a main straightaway over Cobby. Back to Bell. Whoa! Darrell Wright across the infield. If he's smart, he'll let Melbourne go back by. No such doing. That's going to come back to haunt Darrell Wright, I think, guys.
Yeah, absolutely fatal mistake there, I think, as the race progresses. But certainly they are going harder. A little bit of a groove developing out of turn 2 now as well, starting to open up, so they're all starting to stagger around it.
Oh, Little, big moment out of turn 2. All 4 wheels off the deck.
You could see it came out of that groove, Matt Nolte. It's starting to open up.
So a bit of a moment there for our race leader. He's still got a good gap between himself and Jamie Cobby, and Stephen Bell up in 3rd. Back to Gary Chippendall, who's come awake towards the business end of this weekend.
Hey, look where Vanderstelt's back to too, guys.
Yeah.
A couple more restarts and he'd be looking real good.
So the order unchanged as they come up towards lap traffic now. The first car be Ben Reed in the ACT.
Oh, there's a roundabout at turn 3 and 4.
Rocky.
That's what Vanderstelt needs. Exactly what the Croft Construction 31 needs.
That's exactly right. After this meeting is completed, I'd say the next couple of weeks, Tommy Klein, who's filming up there in turn 2, is doing a great job. If you can see last year's DVD, was a superb production, apart from our attempt at commentating it, but nonetheless.
I reckon Craig is just
going to be ready to go shortly.
So 15 laps up on the board. A drama-filled Mildura Knoxville Nationals out of turn 4. Little and Cobby get back on it nice and early. But back into turn 1 and 2 is where the action will be. Bell is closer to Jamie Cobby. Troy Little.
Look at how Wright.
Yeah, Wright is still back there too. He's coming through the field as they come out of turn 4. Well, it's on now between Chippendall and Melbourne down into turn 1. It's also on between Bell and Cobby. This could go anywhere.
There's Darrell Wright peeling up on the outside again with Brennan. Ironic that those two should be racing together for position like they were in that heat race when it all came unstuck.
Troy Little did the best thing. He packed up his chips and said, right, I'm out of here, and he's got well clear of them. Yes. He's leaving Cobby and Bell behind, and I suppose that's probably the safest place to be for him at the moment, is well clear of them, but there's going to be a right royal ding-dong come out of this one between Cobby and Bell now. I can see that coming a mile away.
You know what? This race is not going to be over after the checker either. It's going to be after the scales, because I think Troy was worried, really worried about burning off too much fuel under those yellows. He's driving very smart. Have a look at him just coasting in.
Yeah, not even getting it sideways. He's driving more like he's in a NASCAR or something. You can see down towards turn 3 and 4. He's coming up towards the lap cars again, but if you recall, guys, we actually haven't had any lap traffic, because each time Little gets up to the back, we get a yellow.
Are we planning on presentation directly after this, do we know?
Yes.
Yep. Certainly looking that way.
Well, Brett Milburn running just in behind Darryl Wright, up about three-quarter track. There's not much to lean on up there. Domain Ramsey, I reckon he's feeling very sore late in the weekend. I don't think you'll find that Domain will ride motocross the night off between the two 360s next year. Nonetheless, 8 to go, guys.
8 to go, exactly right. As we watch our lead driver now working his way through the slower traffic now. Little at this stage of the game, making it look pretty easy as he comes up.
Yes, he's just going through.
Oh, guys, we're yellow.
It's not HBJ, is it?
I think it is.
I think it is.
Tagged for that second incident with O'Rourke.
Yeah, it's unfortunate the officials seem to think that, you know, we were caused the accident. Yeah, we spun, but, you know, that's part of racing.
Fair enough from down the bottom. Back upstairs to you guys as Troy leads away, but look at Belly coming after Cheese now.
Not only him, but Darryl Wright also. Right on the outside of Chippendale, but look at Cobby. He's got to come through these lap cars because Troy Little's beginning to clear out. It's Cobby second. There's a lap car. That's Reed in between Bell. He's got to get past him if he wants to go forward, but Darryl Wright, 2 spots.
Reed in third place at the moment.
Well, he's a lap car.
Oh, sorry, it is a lap car. I'm talking about the 76 car is what I'm looking for.
That's it.
The entry of Stephen Bell. And Bell now, a little bit of gap between himself and Cobby now. And I've got to be honest with you, 5 to go. Bell will really have the hammer out to try and peg him back, no doubt about it.
Is the car going to be heavy enough? That's the biggest question, and I'm not saying that they're cheating with it at all. I'm just saying they have battled to put as much weight into that car as they possibly can. They've got a different spec up in New South Wales. Let's hope it doesn't punish them tonight. He's driven exceptionally well. He's a great talent. 2, make that 3 to go.
The St George landscape car of Troy Little at the moment, absolutely powering away and showing them the way around the beautiful Timmins Speedway circuit here in Mildura. Looking towards that checkered flag very shortly. Couple of laps in it, Matt Nolte, and it'll all be over.
Yes, he's done an exceptional job as Troy Little, the number 20 St George's landscaping entry. He's coming up behind the back of Harold Brennan Jr. 1 lap to go now for Troy Little as he's working the first set of turns on this, the last lap of the 2006 Mildura Knoxville Nationals. Comfortably, you could say, as he hits the final sequence of turns. Jamie Cobby is still in second, but Timmins Speedway, he's done it. Troy Little wins the 06 M2K Nationals. Jamie Cobby will get second. Stephen Bell in for third, back to Darryl Wright fourth. Gary Chippendale fifth, back to Brett Milburn. Ron Donaldson, Domain Ramsey, Ian Smith, Darryl Guerin. And the rest of this field coming through now. Well, he was unstoppable from the start there. Was Troy Little, a sensational run. Read the racetrack superbly. And he takes out this weekend's Mildura to Knoxville 360 cubic inch Sprint Car Nationals.
Little had his stamp of dominance on that right from the very beginning, Matt, and wasn't going to relinquish it for hell nor high water.
Here comes Troy straight into the scales.
Yeah, watch this.
1625 pound is the deal with the driver.
The minimum requirement.
Oh, he parks it beautifully on the scales, and now the nail biting part. It's clear. Troy Little is the winner of the Mildura to Knoxville 360 cubic inch Sprint Car Nationals. In fact, in the end, he made it by about 15 pounds, so he'll be happy with that.
And Stephen Bell finishes in third. No time taken due to the numerous stoppages. Incidentally, 13.702 was the quickest time by Troy Little during that event.
13.72, that's pretty quick.
Considering the track conditions, yes.
Absolutely, absolutely.
25 big, enormous, fast laps The final event for 2005-2006 at the Edge Hotel Motel, Timmer Speedway.
What a way to end the year, man.
It certainly will be. Slow build up here. Out of turn number 4, they get on the gas out of 4.
The V48 there of Mick Clark got away nicely, although he's going to have to do the following now as they come out of turns 1 and 2 now and down the back straight. Look at Barron's. Barron's on the heat early, goes up high and unable to find it, and he cuts off Mick Clark nicely and shuts the door on him. Lead car at the moment, though, the Vic 71 car of Adam Wallace.
Miller.
Wallace at this stage of the game at the front, going beautifully. Miller now on the charge with Barron's. Well, we're only a couple of laps into it, Matt, and already it started to become a Biff and Barge show.
Yeah, Mick Broom just spun up the back there in car number 9. That's further back in the field, but it's certainly on for second, third and fourth, John. Alida Wallace makes a mistake out there. Look at Michael Miller. This is certainly on 2 by 2 in the 3 and 4.
Coming in through that bottom turn now, Wallace looks like he's taking the inside line, the high line being taken by the 36 car now. And the 36 car, of course, the entry of Michael Miller, the ex-Australian 1 car, going lovely in first now. Barron's following him around the outside. Wallace, Barron's and Clark at this stage. Clark putting the heat on Wallace.
This is fascinating stuff through turns 1 and 2. Looked a bit like watching racing from Talladega there before, the way they were going too wide for about the first 3 rows. But Michael Miller has come out in front out of all of this. Adam Wallace, after that minor mistake, comes out of turn 4. He's been touched up by Clark as Barron goes down the inside, splits the eye of the needle, moves up into second place.
Barron saw the gap then. He thought, hey, mate, this is payday. I'm in with this. Clark now returns fire with Barron's, and I'll tell you what, he hasn't let him go too far in front. I'll bet you at this stage of the game, Miller is just absolutely happy to be where he is, away from the scrapping that's going on downstream.
No doubt about that. Look at him coming out of turn 2 now. Michael Miller is away from all the carnage behind him, you could say. He's down to turn 3 and 4, and it looks to be Johnny McKay.
Oh, no!
Very close to going around for Johnny Mack. Holds on to, he's going to get squeezed up there. He's dropped about 10 positions though.
The car that is on the move at the moment too, he must keep an eye on, Matt Noldy, is the French car. The car of Michael French, car number 24. Currently running in 6th and putting a lot of heat on 5th place driver there in Wallace. 4th place, I should say, in Wallace.
Mick Broom having more dramas at the back there. He's been the first car to be lapped. He made a bit of a moment coming out of turn number 4. He's the first man, as we said, as Michael Miller reels off another lap. Barron is still in 2nd, Clark 3rd, Wallace in 4th.
French to follow as they come through with this freight train now and drag themselves out of what would be turn 16. Plenty of contact a little further down the field with Sparks shouting.
Oh, Wallace is gone. Wallace has spun all on his own in the 71 entry. Tragic news for our top point scorer. He's going to go right to the back. And another spinner coming out. There's the 79 of Visma by the look of things. And the yellows have come on. Well, they were looking good there. We've got 10 laps in the book before the first yellow. And if you watch very quickly,
following behind him, and French, as we spoke earlier, you know, he's the guy to keep an eye on too, because he was moving up through the field progressively and looking pretty determined as well to get a little further up the placings. Miller had a pretty good lead up until then.
All finished tonight, race fans. The pits will be open. Come down and have a chat with the drivers, the mechanics. Perhaps not the commentary team, but never mind. They will be open once this meeting is complete. Lights are out, 15 to go. The Morello Earthmoving AMCA Nationals Interstate Challenge.
Have a look at Barron's. He is tailing this guy.
He's keen.
If he was any closer, he'd be able to remove the number plate nuts. And away we go. Barron tails him nicely into the turn. Miller in front, Barron, Clark behind him. Barron looks like he wants to. No, we're on the yellow again.
No, we've got 2 spinners back here, which is out of our sight.
2 tail enders.
Is that Matty Crimmins in car number 10?
It looks like it is. Have a look at him. He's tucked up and tailed nicely behind that. Lights are off. We're almost ready to go again. And there's the green. Barron now on the streak towards trying to pick up first place.
The remainder of the field follow through, and no incidents there out of 1 and 2 at this stage of the game. That's all looking good. Clark now putting the thumb screws onto Barron as they hit that hole. I'll tell you what, Clark, Matt Nolte, it's honestly, it is Barron that has the speed at the moment. French now bellies off a little bit, but look at Clark. He has the speed on that car. He's got to find the point to execute it.
Sorry, mate. Dennis Miller spun mid-track, and he's almost been collected. Would have been Sandy Hickman perhaps coming through there in car number 19.
We are into it again. Harris, though, have a look at Harris in 4th place now, Matt Nolte. He also looks like he's on a charge.
It could go anywhere here, winding down this last race. Michael Miller out in front, but you asked the question, how long for? Because Ricky Barron is certainly not losing ground. He's got car pace. Clark behind him in 3rd place at the moment. Michael French rounds out the 5. But Michael Miller, mate, he's starting to clear.
Barron now dragging along Clark. Those two cars locked together. And
another spinner. 2 spinners, and in fact, 3, 2.5 spinners almost.
That'll be the Hickman car there in amongst it all. And I reckon they're getting close to lighting it very, very shortly.
About 5 laps I'd give him now as we go green again in the AMCA Nationals, thanks to Morello Earth Moving. As we expected, Barron latches onto the back of Michael Miller one more time. They're on the back straightaway now past the Forbes Wilson Group corporate box region and down into turn 3. A little bit off the pace for everybody there. They're trying to back out. You've got to go slow to go fast in these conditions, Johnny K.
Have a look at Ellis. Ellis now makes the move and tags the side of the Clark car and says, get out of the road, I'm coming through.
He forced it more than anything.
Ellis now says, you're behind me now. Clark saying, yeah, well, I dispute that as they come into the next turn. Ellis will probably come out of this a little bit better out of that shower. Moving into the next turn, but Barron now hugged in nice and tight behind Miller.
Oh no, our 3rd place car's gone.
That's the car of Ellis.
Johnny K, call him in.
The green's away and we're into it again. Michael Miller now streaks away beautifully. Ricky Barron in tow, nicely behind him. Have a look at Barron now looking for the outside line on Miller. Won't pay the dividend though, and he's got to be very careful he doesn't keep that gate open too far because he has got them knocking on it pretty heavily. And a nice tag as they push their way through. Miller at this stage of the game trying hard to hold Barron's off and unable to do so. Ricky Barron's new race leader at lap 8 and going nicely.
There's a little bit of feeling out there, one would think, Johnny Contract, as they come out of turn number 4. The new leader is Ricky Barron, the Australian champion. Michael Miller is second, back to Ellis. Michael French, and of course the 27 car behind there, as they come out of turn number 2 and onto the back straightaway.
27 car there, that's the car Chris Best, who's doing exactly that to try and stay with them. But certainly now it's going to be very hard to get this guy, Ricky Barron's, to surrender the lead. It'll be Michael Miller that's really got to get himself organised and to get up close enough to strike. Scott Ellis, though, don't count this guy out either, Matt Nolte. Scott Ellis putting a lot of heat on Miller now with the better part of 5 to travel. And now we're at the business end of the night.
More spinners at the back there. One of them gets away and it'll be the 30 car.
Nicely driven.
So Miller picks up where he left off. Barron is second, back to Ellis, French. And Best rounds out the top 5 with 5 laps remaining out of turn number 2. Michael Miller, he'll be holding 2 feet on the accelerator pedal, one would think, Johnny K, as we got more spinners at the back. Some of these guys really are having trouble adapting to these conditions. It appears to be Mick Brorum again in car number 9. And yellows are on because of Mick Brorum on the back. Races I've been involved in for quite some time. We're back underway with 4 to go.
With the green on the action, they tear away from the flag area. Have a look at Barron. Barron again still hanging on tightly behind that car of Miller. Miller sees the 4-lap amount remaining as a sprint now. Now it's on for young and old. So too is the car of Scotty Ellis. Ellis now sees that as well. Barron now getting impatient, and shouldn't be long before we see a challenge coming from Barron. And just remember, he's got the heat on him from Scott Ellis, current Australia number 3.
This is great, isn't it? Out of turn number 4, working the final few laps of this AMCA Nationals Interstate Challenge, thanks to Morello Earth Moving. The top 3 covered by, as Johnny K would say, a camping blanket. as they're down towards turn 3. It'll be 2 laps to go this time round.
Miller will be now. He knows he's got 1 to travel. So too has Barron. And have a look at this chart coming from Barron on the outside. Has he got the speed to take it off? Barron and Miller now hammer and tong into the turn.
Last corner. Out of the final turn. Michael Miller will just hold on. Look at Ellis. He gets in for second. Ellis read that perfectly, Johnny Kane. Sneaks through for second place. Ricky Barron will be kicking himself.
You know what happened there? I'm pretty sure you'll find that Ellis saw quite clearly these two guys are fighting for first and second. And I think he's decided, well, first is definitely not an option, but second definitely is. And I'll wait till this guy goes a little high chasing him, and I'll take it.
Outrageous. Well worth waiting for the end of that.
Good call.
Michael Miller, sensational effort, wins the Interstate Challenge. Thanks to Morello Earth Moving, the AMCA Nationals, he's picked up the checkered flag. Come on, Timber Speedway, I know it's been a cold night here, but put your hands together for a fantastic AMCA Nationals final there. Michael Miller wins it for the South Aussies. Second, of course, was Ellis, and third, Ricky Barron down here, the Australian champion. Well done to all these AMCA National drivers. Well done to all the drivers this weekend. Johnny Contract, it's been sensational. Big field of cars in every category.
Absolutely. And I'll tell you what, and again, another night of sensational AMCA racing. We've had a number of those this season, and it really has been an absolute boil over in this one. Michael Miller, of course, the man who, by the look of it, wanted to be the man for the job. And the man for the job, of course, taking the points. For second and third on the line there at the moment. Very shortly we'll end up with the drawing of the raffle here tonight as well. For those that are on site that bought tickets in that sensational raffle, we'll be drawing that in a moment as well. The AMCA's A main, and it's all official. It is car number 36 taking the goodies away tonight. And that, of course, is the entry of Michael Miller, the ex-Australian 1 car. The A1 car of Ricky Barron in second place, and the A3, which, of course, is the Victorian 42 of Scott Ellis in third. And the fastest lap time, a 17:41 from car A3, the Scott Ellis car, and no time, race time there due to the stoppage. Well, Matt, looks like we've got all the tickets in the basket. And we might get one of the girls to draw that out. What do you reckon?
Volunteer, one of these, please.
Matt will draw that out.
Attention, mounts.
Oh, it's getting that late now. I can't even do a drum roll.
P37.
The ticket is an orangey coloured ticket, P37. P37. If you've got that ticket, we need to see you down here with the at broadcast. P37 is our winning ticket tonight. One. It's definitely a cool one out there, Matt. A real calm one.
Well, I think Kristen's come back in. She'll have to thaw herself out or put an extra heater for a couple of hours or so. She's absolutely freezing. She's brought it back in here. We'll get the chills now as well. Well, apart from all that, it's been a great season out here at the Edge Hotel Motel Timber Speedway in Mildura. The second annual 2006 Mildura to Knoxville 360 cubic inch Sprint Car Nationals, along with the Morello Earth Moving AMCA Nationals Interstate Challenge. It's been a cold weekend, mate, I've got to tell you. I've been to Mildura a few times now, and I don't think I've felt the cold like we have this weekend. And thank you to everybody out in the crowd this weekend, because it has been cold and you've all stuck around. Don't forget the pits are open. They're open now at the end of this race for you to go down and get up close and personal with the drivers, the crews, the race cars, and the stars of this weekend's 2006 Mildura to Knoxville 360 cubic inch Nationals. I'm sure this event over the next few years, John Contract, will get very, very big.
Absolutely. Big following, especially now with the World Wide Web linking up and showing some of that footage and being beamed out across the country and across the globe, I might add, all over the place. Well, Matt, brings a close to probably the night's proceedings.
Yeah, there's the decision still going. Obviously, they're going to hold off till we get back to the club rooms for the AMCA Nationals Interstate Challenge presentations. But it's been a great night, Johnny K.
Absolutely. Thoroughly enjoyed it. My weekend's been pretty full. And actually, I'm quite proud of myself. I haven't had one boat driver actually win a car race today.
That's a relief, isn't it?
Not wrong.
Johnny K, you and I are going to venture into the pits and have a chat to a few of the drivers and congratulate the winners of this weekend's 2006 Nationals. How good's our voices sounding? Kristen, the final few words.
A big congratulations to you guys, because you three have worked absolutely sensational together, as you can tell from the texts and everything. So we love having you guys here, and thanks to Wado, of course, for visiting us this weekend. And yeah, everyone have a safe off season, and we'll see you back shortly.
Yeah, I must say thank you again to everybody here at Mildura, particularly Steve and Nadine Timmis, who've had us up for the whole weekend.
You might not be back next season.
Yeah.
Tell the truth, man.
Yes.
Come on.
It's been great. I'm going to enjoy the last 12 hours I'm here. But no, it's been good. I'm very fortunate to be involved with all this. It's a great event. I'm really, really behind it. And each year we bring up more and more people to come and watch this great event. And I think this complements what you have here with the Easter Power Sports Festival, which goes on. It's a great success, and I'd love to be involved for the next few years. Johnny Contract, it's always a pleasure to work with you too, mate, always.
Ditto, mate. Ditto.
And of course, quick big congratulations to Shan Dowdy, who's had the chat room running like hotcakes tonight. Shan, well done. And to Darren Shattuck from Sprint Car World, and Mark Johnson from Telstra, and Rob from Audi Sound. Thank you very much for the world.